the Talk That Rocks Texas Live. Live. Go outside. Live. I'm on dope, so don't even. All right. Yeah. Between those shots that Fettner gave me yesterday, or his nurse. Mm-hmm. Claritin. Nose spray.
Feel any better after all the shots?
A little bit.
You sound decent. That sound good.
What's wrong with you?
Sinuses. Fall.
Yearly deal.
I see.
Actually, I'm a little ahead of the curve this time. Because normally I'll go through this, and I'll wait till it becomes a monumental pain in the ass. Then I'll go get a shot when it's too late, and then I have to recover. So I'm trying to be a little proactive this time. I just started getting a raspy throat, and I went, all right, now's the time to start.
Gotta nip it.
Yeah, nip it. All right. What I was going to say. Oh, that's right, I was barking. Never mind. One moment. Anything I need to know before we get started?
I believe so.
Another smooth running day?
Been perfect. Not a hitch, not a problem.
Good. What?
What are you doing?
I'm not doing nothing.
You're doing something.
Here we go.
Please.
His hair is brother black. His skin like onion strips. Shakes like a dude on crack. He's got Betty Davis nips.
Come here. Stop it. Quit it. Give me that. Stop it. Just leave it. Just one day.
Okay. Sorry.
Onion strip.
Don't. Okay. Thank you. What is it? No. You pulled another one out of the bag. Great.
I'd like to be under the sheets in Mama's hair.
Give me.
Bastard. It's okay, I have more.
Please. You've
A
done
medley today.
We just stayed up all night.
That's the other thing is I can't sleep really well when I'm on this dope. Even the dreams are like a lot's going on.
You wake up tired.
Yeah.
Should have taken the day off.
Look at my hand.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as bad as
Mine.
Yeah. That's the only thing I hate about taking allergy medicine is I always get the shakes. And it's hard for me to focus, and it's especially hard on the air.
Okay. Well, if you start getting really tired, let's go to best of, because it's better to get some rest and knock this out than to miss 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, you look like you feel terrible.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm just being honest.
That's right. I feel all right. I'll make it. What's the Observer doing here?
They came out with their best and worst picks.
Picks?
Picks.
Oh.
Hicks, too, probably.
All right.
It's open to the radio portion. You'd find that interesting.
All right. Let me see. Best family art outing. Best a cappella. Best morning radio show. KKDA AM. It says KKDA AM 104.5. K104.
And once again, the Dallas Observer checking their facts closely before print.
Wow.
It's a double slam from you.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Generally, we shy away from that which is popular. Of course, certainly wouldn't want to go with the crowd and figure maybe it's popular for a reason. Mm-hmm. Popular movies, popular music, popular mayors, we give them all hell. But not when it comes to radio morning shows. The number one rated show for years has been Skip Murphy and the Morning Team, and we think there's a damn fine reason for this. They do radio right. Who uses that slogan?
It's a chicken commercial.
Well, that's a nice little ethnic slam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really is. Wow. And they think people are too stupid to notice.
I caught it. They do radio right. They are intensely local. They love their jobs. They are funny and honest. They make mornings seem joyous. What more could you want from a radio dial? Oh, and then the readers pick. All right, so it's the Observer, what their staff picks, and then what the actual readers think.
Correct.
All right, the readers pick is Kid Craddock. Best radio talk show. The Glenn Mitchell Show, weekdays, noon to 2 on KERA-FM 90.1, Public Radio.
What does he do?
I guess it's a talk show.
I mean, do you know what he talks about? I've never heard of it.
I don't know. If it's public radio, I'm sure begging for money's in there someplace.
Right.
I like Glenn, though. We're not as down on the new breed of talk jocks as one might think. Howard Stern is always worth a listen, but we prefer seeing his freak show on E rather than listening to it. Russ Martin on KLLI 105.3 is indeed talented, but his supporting cast drives us nuts.
Thanks.
Hey,
I know you're
right.
Yeah. Wait, they're right.
First of all, I'm not talented. I'm a genius.
Okay. They must be talking about Trey.
So yeah, I've already corrected it.
There you go.
Does he not called you?
Not a word.
And he knows the door's open to come back.
Yes.
Huh?
Has he even heard from him?
No.
Email, phone call, nothing.
At this point, all the radio crap aside, I just want to make sure he's all right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm still going to be a dick.
Mm-hmm.
But I just like to make sure he's all right. Then I'm sure he's all right.
Mm-hmm.
It's on.
Dickville. Some of the new folks at KLIF AM at least have a pulse. But in the same way, we don't mind reading Maxim, but feel better. What? We love turning off the squawkers for a 2-hour shot of Glenn Mitchell when possible. Mitchell is not only laid back and, erudite? Erudite?
Yes.
Erudite?
Yes.
What is that?
Intellectual.
Okay. Two must-have qualities on public radio. He also can be whimsical and fun. That's what I look for in a radio show as I tune down the dial. Where will I find whimsical and fun?
Yes.
I land at the Glenn Mitchell Show. It's a land of whimsical and fun.
Whimsy's in short supply these days.
Yeah, glad he's got it. His guests are usually entertaining, and when they're not, Mitchell somehow makes them seem so. His show is a lunchtime treat. Oh, and the readers picked us. Oh, I didn't see that.
Okay.
Best radio station.
This one I like.
All right. KHYI FM 95.3.
Mm-hmm.
The Range.
The Dallas Observer picks a station you can't hear in Dallas.
Never heard of it.
Is this the one in Plano?
It's Weatherford, south of Fort Worth.
No? I'm right?
Oh, you're right?
It's the one in Plano?
Oh, I thought, they called Ranch. That's the Ranch one.
All right.
You still can't hear this one in Dallas.
The obvious joke is that you feel at home on the Range. But it's true. See, this is exactly why I wipe with the Observer.
Oh, yeah.
When I lived in an apartment complex and I'd run out of toilet paper, these were downstairs free, and that rack always stayed full. Nobody wanted this. And when I was done wiping with it,
Yes.
I went and put it back.
Perfect.
And no one noticed.
Nope. The Range has taken the full plunge from day one. They play novelty country, swing, new traditionalist, and old sentimentalist. They play Conway and Merle. Max.
Stalling.
Hang on, I got to turn the page. Stallings and Jim Lauderdale and everything in between. Bottom line, they play stuff you can't hear anywhere else. What do you think that is? Dolt. Best TV news anchor, Tracy Rowlett. Reader's pick is Gloria Campos. Best radio DJ, Skip Cheatham. KKDA 104.5. Best sign that 93.3 FM is cursed. Spot on the radio dial is beginning to look like that stretch of real estate where nothing ever catches on. That place in Deep Ellum where one bar after another comes and goes, rarely sticking around for more than a few months. The zone didn't work, neither did the merge. The bone looked like it might, darting up the Arbitron ratings for a few books running. And then the bottom fell out. Turn off the lights on your way out, gentlemen. Maybe it's time to stop trying. Anything else in here? Yeah. It's been a while since I looked in the Observer. It's in the back. They still doing those freak ads?
I think they are.
These don't look like a bunch of freak ads.
You don't have the very back. You picked out the center part.
Oh, my mistake. Jordan, bridesmaid. I don't see anything. Looks like a normal paper in the back. I found it.
Okay.
Alternative marketplace. Swedish full body massage by Barry. There's a picture of Barry in his turtleneck. Waiting to rub me. You know what he looks like? Whimsical and fun. Here's a picture of Jason with no shirt on.
Uh-oh.
Ultimate massage. Days or nights. How come he got no shirt on?
Because he wants to show you his manly chest.
Tranquil massage by JR. He's a strapping young lad. Overexposed studio, the King's Corner. Modeling places.
Yes.
Massage places.
Well.
Well, good for the Observer. Very happy for them. Once again, another fine job producing a paper. The range. I don't even know if they're on the air full time.
I don't. I don't either.
Okay. I can't think of anything else we need to do before we start news.
Okay.
I'd kind of like to know what happened to that chick from yesterday where the boyfriend was going to kill her.
Yeah.
Because she threw away his weed.
I made that. Well, yeah. I thought he didn't know yet that she'd thrown away the weed. When she was on the phone, I thought she said, "Wait till he finds out that I threw away." So all the crap occurred before he even found out that she threw away his brand new bag of weed. I made that the promo, by the way.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You want to hear it, Everett?
I'd love to.
All right.
It's a very cut down version, obviously.
Is this self-explanatory? Do I need to tell Everett anything?
No.
All right. We thought it was a hose at first.
Okay.
Just chick calling up crying.
All right.
Should I have left my was it husband?
Husband.
Yeah, husband.
7 years. First time he's wigged out. Something's missing here. You don't just suddenly wig out and start.
You throw away my weed.
Woke her up. Part you missed is he woke her up throwing popcorn at her.
Yeah.
And then they got this big fight and smashed. You'll hear the part where he smashed.
Last time on the Russ Martin Show.
He broke your countertop?
He took the hammer and he looked at me and then he banged it onto the counter on the bar part. And he just busted it and he said, "I wish that was your head." And then he told me he was going to chop me up in pieces and put them in my parents' mailbox.
How big's the mailbox?
Quit it. Stop it. Russ Martin.
No. It makes me laugh. You know, this is serious because if I go back home and he kills me, you might...
Well, then you'll go back home. If you're really afraid he's going to do something, don't go back to the house.
No, go to your parents' house.
Okay.
And if you're in fear, seriously, don't go back there without a cop or somebody.
Well,
Or at least a postal inspector.
The Russ Martin.
Love that again. I think that's funny. I think the readers of the Dallas Observer picked the right filler.
Last time on the Russ Martin Show.
He broke your countertop?
He took the hammer and he looked at me and then he banged it onto the counter on the bar part. And he just busted it and he said, I wish that was your head. And then he told me he was going to chop me up in pieces and put them in my parents' mailbox.
How big's the mailbox?
Quit it. Stop it. Russ Martin.
You know, that makes me laugh. You know, this is serious because if I don't go back home and he kills me, you might...
Well, then you'll go back home. If you're really afraid he's going to do something, don't go back to the house.
No, go to your parents' house.
Okay.
And if you're in fear, seriously, don't go back there without a cop or somebody.
Well,
Or at least a postal inspector. That's not bad for being sick.
Yeah, that was good.
I'd like to know what happened to her. Especially, I think you're right. She didn't. He didn't know that she'd thrown his weed away.
Not then. He'd spray painted her clothes with Krylon paint.
Wow.
Yeah, guy just lost it.
Sounds like he might be doing more than just a little weed.
That's what JD said. How weird to wake up in the middle of the night and somebody's just throwing popcorn at you.
Yeah.
Standing over you.
Well, and the fact that he's up in the middle of the night doing things might be indicative of the types of drugs he might be involved in, which would lead him to spray paint clothes.
Yes, David?
Princess,
Yes?
you need to play that clip again, man. That was hilarious. I'm on my way to work, and that's the only thing bringing me through the day. Please.
All right. Load it again, Eddie. What a way to start a show. Play clips from the day before.
Last time on the Russ Martin Show.
He broke your countertop?
He took the hammer and he looked at me and then he banged it onto the counter on the bar part. And he just busted it and he said, I wish that was your head. And then he told me he was going to chop me up in pieces and put them in my parents' mailbox.
How big's the mailbox?
Quit it. Stop it. Russ Martin.
You know, that makes me laugh. You know, this is serious because if I don't go back home and he kills me, you might...
Well, then you'll go back home. If you're really afraid he's going to do something, don't go back to the house.
No, go to your parents' house.
Okay.
And if you're in fear, seriously, don't go back there without a cop or somebody.
Well,
Or at least a postal inspector. All right, that's enough. All right, nothing else going on before we get started? Nope. Okie doke. All right, 3:33. JD Ryan's on Live 105.3.
Brought to us by Eastwood Insurance in Miller.
Need affordable car insurance? Call Eastwood Insurance, 1-800-468-LESS, or log on to eastwoodinsurance.com. This hour of the Russ Martin Show is brought to you in part by Miller Lite.
And brought to us by Service King. Tomorrow, Eddie Gold's going to be at the one at Stemmons in Louisville, Corporate Drive from 11 to 1 o'clock. He'll have tons of qualifying tickets for the races happening in October, T-shirts, tickets, and more. We'll see you out there tomorrow. It's once again at Service King, Louisville. It is Wednesday, September 24th, 2003. A couple of birthdays, not very many. Jim McKay is 84 today, and these folks are all
Who's
born.
84?
Jim McKay, sportscaster.
All right.
He's 82, I mean. And these people were all born but no longer with us. Jim Henson, Linda McCartney, and Phil Hartman. Speaking of people waking you up when you're sleeping. A federal judge handed down bad news to those expecting their dinner to be forever free from interruptions Wednesday, ruling that the Federal Trade Commission didn't have the authority to slap telemarketers with the National Do Not Call list. The telemarketing industry claims that the list, slated to take effect October the 1st, could reduce its business by half and cost up to $50 billion in sales each year.
Who cares? That's my phone. I pay for the phone. I pay for the service to use that phone. My phone. I don't get anything free for the from the telemarketers. Why should they be allowed to use my stuff to contact me?
Well,
it's just like, it's unlike television. They're giving me something. They're giving me programming, and in return, I act like I watch the commercials.
Yes.
Okay? Even though it's my television, and I'm paying for the electricity, they're giving me something. I ain't get nothing from telemarketers.
I agree.
Well, the problem that the court cited was that they were not explicitly authorized. That is, the Federal Trade Commission was not specifically authorized.
Who would do this then?
FCC.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, let's say the FCC, not the FTC, has that authority, and they were given that authority in the 1994 Telemarketing Consumer Fraud Abuse Prevention Act. So it's got to go back to the FCC to come back and do this.
Right. So we got to start all over again.
Well,
even that list that we signed up for in the state of Texas online?
Apparently.
This ruling is going to be appealed, and it may be overturned because there is some point of contention with regard to whether or not the FTC also has authority. Essentially what Congress did was they granted FTC authority to prevent abusive calls, but they didn't explicitly state that the FTC can create a do not call list, and that was the issue that they essentially prevailed on.
I get you.
I don't know why anybody would stay in the telemarketing business to begin with. Nobody likes them. I don't even like the name.
I can't imagine.
When you have products specifically made to peter you out, like the Telezapper or whatever, to get rid of you, you think, maybe I should look into something else.
I just can't imagine anybody buying something from one. Being bothered, pick up the phone, I got something to sell you. Oh, okay. I mean, how bored is you got to be to actually buy something on the phone?
Maybe it's old people. Old people shut-ins.
I guess.
Handicap.
Brumley. Give a credit card number to something. Okay.
That's the only thing I could think their target audience would be the elderly.
Sure.
Because they're probably looking for somebody to talk to. It's conversation. By the way, now that we've struck up this fine relationship, would you like a new grill?
Yeah. Some stranger on the phone. Maybe have a credit card information. Sure.
Yeah.
And people sell crazier stuff than that. Oil and gas leases over the phone. It's amazing. Big money and stuff like that.
And you would think that the telemarketing people, they would want this list now. Just because that would speed up the whole process. If I'm not on that list and it's okay to call me, you got a better shot at selling me something as opposed to wasting time going through 3 or 4 pages of phone numbers and finally getting to one.
It's true.
You think they would embrace this?
Yeah, you'd think so, but I think, another potential problem is that people will get phone numbers, put them on the list, and then move and get a new number, and that number's forever blocked, presumably. I mean, I don't know do you guys know what the...
I see what you're saying. I don't know. I just, the whole thing's here. I don't want them. I can't think of anybody that enjoys being bothered at dinner time.
No, nobody. But it obviously works.
Well, the list was like 50 million people, so...
I had to tell, who was it? I think it was my credit card, one of my credit card companies. They kept calling trying to sell me something. I went, this is the last, I've warned you guys already. You do this again, I'm going to mail this back to you melted. And I think I'm getting from my phone company, too. I don't know what it is, but they're offering something that I don't want. And you go, I don't want it. Well, what about, I don't want it. I'm going to call you something.
I just turned off my home phone. I got one line now. It's just my fax machine.
Well, how long before they get a hold of cell numbers?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that illegal to call cells?
I'm not sure.
I think it is.
If it wasn't, they'd probably be doing it.
Yeah.
Well, because on a cell phone, you got to pay for the time.
Right.
Yes, Ryan?
Yes, I was calling. We can call cell phone numbers. I've been a telemarketer for about 2 years now. And not necessarily we all have to sell something as a telemarketer also.
So you guys can call, even though I'm paying for the time, you guys can call me on a cell?
Yeah, I mean, they buy...
I would absolutely buy something from you just so I know who it is so I come kill you. What is it you're selling?
We don't sell anything, really. All we do is, schedule appointments, basically.
For what? Timeshare?
Go out to a resort.
Yes. Timeshare thing?
Yeah, basically.
I got to look at the resort and then maybe I get a free grill or something?
No, you don't get a free grill. You get probably harassed and you get, some crappy trips you never use.
You sound like you're really into your work.
Sign me up. Who wants one?
I just try to make it sound better than it really is.
What's the trip? Give me the pitch. Don't say the name of the company or where the trip's to. Just give me the pitch. I answer the phone. Hello?
Well, most of it's now, it's all inbound where they leave a message with you.
Okay, what's the message that you leave?
Basically, we just try telling you, we're giving you some trip to Las Vegas or Orlando, and then some other one of 4 awards that you're probably not only going to get the other trip. But basically, you just have to come out.
Who understands what he's saying?
Tour of the resort out there.
All right, so you only talk to a person when they call you back.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm calling you back. Hey, Ryan, I got your message. What is it I can do for you?
Well, basically, all we wanted to do was get you set up and go out to the resort, take the tour of it. If you like what you see, if not, just take your gift package home and go back home.
And what fabulous gift packet do I have, Ryan?
It's like a trip for two to Las Vegas or Orlando.
Is that airfare included?
Yeah.
Hotel?
Yes, hotel and airfare. As well as you're going to be getting one of the other four, like a new Chevy Silverado. Or
I'd like that.
Cash.
And the cash?
Yeah,
I get them both?
Or like a shopping spree or a vacation or finally $500 in cash or something.
Well, how do you decide which?
Get the vacation.
How do you decide which one I get?
Well, you're going to get like a little certified number that's going to match to one of the four.
Okay. And the one that you more often than not win is vacation?
Yeah, it's just like they have like one of all the other gifts, and when you go out to the resort, you only have, one gift of every other gift, and you have like 4 billion vacations.
I remember getting those in the mail. Mm-hmm. You get the thing that says, hey, you may have won one of 3 prizes. A brand new 1989 Chevrolet, this obviously back then, 89 Chevy truck, $500 in cash, or...
So, but even if you call you, all you got to do is hang up. If you sit there and harass them.
I'm just trying to think the cheapest.
Their day
all right, thanks, Ryan. You're killing me. A boat. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And they would word it to where it sounded like it was some type of motorboat, and it's just a raft with some kind of electric fan.
Yeah, I remember that.
I went to one of those once.
And?
I got my grill.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. There's a blow-up.
Blow-up grill?
Yeah.
No.
I didn't go back.
No.
Have to cook blow-up food on it. Go ahead, Jason.
Hey, what's up, Russ?
Yeah.
SMS text messages?
Yeah.
Okay. They send you one of those things, and it sounds like it's somebody you know in the first 4 or 5 lines. And every time you read one of those things, it costs you like anywhere from like a nickel to 50 cents each.
So read text messages?
Yeah, and you can't block them.
You know what? I've gotten a couple like that on my cell phone that says, hey, my phone number changed to blah, 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 call me.
Yeah.
Is that what those are?
Yes, and those are advertising guys. And I've called them and demanded that they pay me 50 cents, because it was an SMS message that I'm having to pay for. And they're like, no. And they just hang up on you.
That's when you go ahead and say, you know what? I'm interested. Where can we meet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you kids.
And then, bring a baseball bat. Yeah, but there's no way to block them. The phone company can't block those.
I never knew the text messages cost anything.
Yeah, I know on my plan it does, and we get, our managers, since they're business phones, they're always bitching about it.
All right, thanks, sir.
Okay, bye.
That's what you do, set up a meeting. Oh, you have a prize for me? I have a prize for you. It's inside this bag.
Let me guess.
It's a frozen bag of cheese. It goes with his hammer.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. Here's another guy on the phone says it's illegal to call a cell, so now you got both sides. I don't care. Go ahead.
Major candidates in the California gubernatorial recall election are scheduled to appear in a nationally televised debate tonight in Sacramento. Taking part will, of course, be Arnold Schwarzenegger. A full panel of the 9th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals yesterday reinstated the vote's original timetable. That decision put even more pressure on the candidates appearing tonight, as it will be the only nationally televised debate, which will cover, of course, Arnold and everybody else. Arnold.
You are irritating.
I'm irritating.
You can't talk.
I can do.
No, you can't.
I talk great. What? I don't read good. I talk just fine.
Well, the two kind of go hand in hand.
Sometimes.
Why is it you don't read well? Is it because they pulled your eyeball out when you was a kid?
No. Mine are straight.
So why is it you don't read well? Is it your comprehension?
I don't know.
Why is it you can read the word, but you have a hard time saying it?
I don't know. I really don't.
It's never bothered you?
I've never read out loud until this job. You don't read out loud all the time. You read to yourself.
You did news when you were working with Craddock back in the early 90s, late 80s.
Briefly. I mean, just
what?
Just very briefly. That would be like for a week, not a year.
Are you wearing your mouthpiece at night?
Huh?
Are you?
I am.
You going to call the doctor?
I'm going to call the man, I swear.
Okay.
Don Capone thought instant messages, speaking of that, would be a good way to talk with her boyfriend of 6 months when his cell phone battery died. Wrong on their first IM
So
date.
you said Don. Obviously it's Dawn.
Yes.
Don Capone thought.
I'm learning to kind of translate my own mind as he reads.
Well, you have to listen to the whole sentence to kind of figure out what the hell he's saying.
It's like code.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah.
Dawn.
I got it. We understand your code now. You're using code words.
As a chick, Capone thought instant messaging her boyfriend would be kind of fun. They've been together 6 months. Wrong. Their first IM date, the man, the 36-year-old computer consultant from West Philadelphia, made Capone a victim of the latest form of commitment phobia, haunting singles, the internet dump. He wrote, "I'm breaking up with you. We are no longer a couple. I'm logging off." And he was gone. Capone said,
I missed it. Did they meet?
Yeah, they were dating for like 6 months, and he dumped her on IM. It's becoming more and more popular, basically, as everybody's doing the internet thing and the instant message thing.
Well, why not?
Why not break up with somebody on IM? That's a little rude.
Why? People break up in letters. Same thing. Just instantaneous. That way you know quicker and you start the healing process. What's the matter with you? Pull your head out.
I think face-to-face would be the...
Stop being a yak.
Well, they can't throw stuff at you if you do it online.
Yeah.
They know where you live.
Doesn't make any difference. You at least take yourself out of the situation where something bad could happen.
Yeah, that's true.
Send a letter. Send an IM. I don't care what you do. Voicemail.
And then hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up.
And just stay away from them for a while. You don't need none of that.
Okay. God.
Why? You know, sometimes, and the other thing is, they may start crying and you go, all right, I won't leave you this time. Mm-hmm. I got one chick that I didn't leave. It's back in the 80s. Tried to break up once, started crying. I felt bad for her, so I stayed with her. I was still screwing the other chick, sure. But I stayed with her just because I felt so bad. Had I had email back then, I would have gone through it. Just send her an email, say, hey, get lost, it's over.
Well, it's kind of cold, but okay.
It's best for them.
Okay.
It is.
It's best for you because you don't have to deal with the emotion of the woman.
Best for them. Cuts everything off, clean, it's black and white. There's nothing for them to grasp onto and go, well, he said this. Maybe he still does love me. I'll pursue him.
Let's talk about it. No, turn the computer off. Walk away.
There's nothing to talk about. The IM thing is the best way to go. That or email.
Yeah, because at that point, they need to cry to their family, their girlfriends, people like that.
Yeah, not to us.
Yeah, because they just want to give you a hard time at that point.
Yeah, and they're going to run down the whole list of all the things. Look at all the things that I did for you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've been there.
I would do your clothes, and I stayed home from work to take care of you when you were sick. I didn't ask. Oh, that's the biggest thing that pissed them off. I didn't ask for any of that. Mm-hmm. Well, I know you didn't. I did it because I loved you. Well, whose fault is that? The choice you made.
That's when you duck. Things start flying your way.
That's why email is the best way to go.
I'm with you now. Okay.
Crazy broads.
Okay. Sean Penn made some more controversial comments this week at some film festival in Spain. He said, quote, "I am sure I am more patriotic than the current president we have in the United States. I don't think you can have credibility as an actor unless you say what you really think. The people of the United States have an obligation."
Go back and read that sentence again.
"I am sure I'm more patriotic than the current president we have in the United States.
No, just the last sentence.
I don't think you can have credibility as an actor unless you say what you really think."
This is the same. Hang on, I got that soundbite here. This is from the same guy that said this. Oh, those guys are fast.
Yes. Same guy.
Why is it actors? I'll tell you exactly what it is. I'm going to answer my own question.
Okay.
I'm going to pull a Mark Davis.
Okay.
Have you noticed how he does that?
Yes.
He'll throw out a question. He don't take no calls.
No.
He answers it himself. I don't even know why they have a phone over there.
He does put people on occasionally.
Why do actors think that they, at a certain point, that they can actually be serious and take over political office? Well, I'll tell you why. Thank you, Mark.
What's ego? I mean, they have an entourage of...
They start playing all these different parts, these parts of power, and it sinks in after a while, and then they think, hey, I can go on to be governor of California. But obviously, some of them can. Look at Reagan. And Fred Grandy, gopher from the Love Boat. That's right.
Yeah.
Sonny Bono. Some of them did, but I think that's where it happens. You start playing these parts, and you get all these accolades, and people, you start buying your own press. You go, hey, you know what? I actually can run this country. Well, Russ, you said before you could run for mayor. I know I have. Shut up. Nobody listens to you. There I just saved 10 or 15 phone calls.
There you go.
That's exactly what Davis does. I listened to him the other day. Yeah. He'll say something that's kind of borderline that he knows is going to generate phone calls, and then 2 seconds later, he'll adjust it or go, on the other hand, and that just totally erases everything.
He plays both sides.
Yeah.
Sides of the fence.
That's irritating as hell. Take one stance and stick with it. Or don't.
That's very nice. Alanis Morissette recently did a show in Lima, Peru, her very first show in Peru, and Alanis ended the gig, prepared to walk off stage. She shouted, "Thank you, Brazil." Also, remember how David Lee Roth clocked...
Is Peru in Brazil?
Lima, Peru.
Yeah, Peru's a country.
So why would she say that?
Because she was being stupid.
Yes.
Oh.
I saw Madonna do that at Six Flags one year, a long time ago. She said, thank you.
She thought she was in Peru?
Nope. She said, thank you, Houston. Good night.
Oh.
At the end of the show.
Well, you go from city to city. I guess after a while, it's a blur.
Sure.
It's like chicks. I'm not being flippant here, but sometimes you throw out a wrong name, and you just got through banging them.
Yeah.
So if we could make that mistake, certainly.
You get it.
Yeah.
Cut Madonna some slack.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why you always give chicks pet names.
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
Same name.
Absolutely. That way you don't have to worry about anything. Or you give them 2 or 3, just in case you slip. Sweeties, muffins.
Yeah.
Poon pie.
Pudding pie?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Daddy's little Asian monkey.
No, not a good one. Not a good one. David Lee Roth clocked himself in the head. We talked about this with a microphone stand during a show in Pennsylvania last week. He needed 21 stitches over his eye. Now he says the injury makes singing and dancing, his little dance, difficult, and he's postponed.
That ain't what makes it difficult.
What?
It's being almost 50 that's making it difficult.
Yeah, well, yes.
Or is he over 50?
He's over 50.
He needs to knock that stuff off. Finally, trust me, of all people, I got no business saying this. Dude, cut the hair. Cut it. Something's wrong with it. It ain't growing right. Cut it.
Who was it that said he sprays it on before the show?
Sammy Hagar, I think. And it doesn't look anything like it did back in the 80s.
No.
It just looks stripped and dry and straight, and he's balding. And all of that with that Cheshire Cat smile, it doesn't work now.
Mm-mm.
Cut your hair, wear a cap, go out on stage, stop the high kicks, sing the songs. That's all we care about.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Good show. All right, I have some audio.
Yes. How we doing, Eddie?
This will be cutting, never mind that.
What do we got? Is it Dandy Audio?
Not really. It's Luciano Pavarotti. He has his new CD.
I saw him on TV today. He was on the, oh no.
What?
I'm going to say queer.
He was on the what? If you say The View, I quit.
I was sick and couldn't find the remote.
Bull.
I was watching Channel 8 from 9 to 10. Had it on in the background. I just like to look at Scott Samms talking about his personal trainer. Obviously, he needs help eating now.
God.
And just left it on, and The View came on. I didn't get up. What a bunch of whiny bitches.
I can't stand. I cannot.
Horrible.
I can't even watch this show.
It's a bunch of chicks that nobody wants.
That's exactly what it is.
That big fat, who was it, Star Jones. And then you got some older looking lady that likes to have her cans hanging out. Nobody wants to see those. Nobody. If I don't want to see your face, I don't want to see your mug. I mean, your cans. Those two go in concert. I don't want to see this or that.
There are a lot of old women that the women that are sitting home at 10 o'clock in the morning can relate to.
They had one hot chick on today, and I guess they're looking for a co-host. Can this chick fill the shoes? She was hot, really cute. Then she showed the picture of her 3 kids. You know her poo nanny has to look like a water slide.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yuck. The kids just coming out of it.
At the water park.
Yeah.
And it's sliding down.
Yeah. All the water's shooting out of it. Here comes another one.
Splash.
And anyway, they had the Pavarotti guy.
Yeah.
At the end of the show. And he sang.
Watched it all the way through.
He just had a kid. I want to say the kid's 18 months old.
That's what he talks about here in the cut number 2. Make sure you go to number 2. He was asked if he sings to his brand new baby daughter.
Can't even understand.
The only time I sing to her is when she cries. Because I sing louder than her.
Have you seen him?
Mm-mm.
You ain't seen him up close?
Does he know?
Huge.
He's almost 70.
Damn.
Jet black hair. And he looks like he combs it with,
Whale blubber.
some of that. Looks like he combs it by running into the walls.
Sorry, I missed that.
It's just freaky to look at him. Why is a 70-year-old guy having a kid?
I don't know. Brand new baby girl.
Tony Randall.
This
He's
guy's
almost
gonna.
80.
Yeah, this guy's probably his weight. He's probably going to be dead in another 4 or 5 years. And no daddy to raise the kid. That is. Anytime I hear that, that's the most narcissistic thing you could think of.
You're right.
Have a kid knowing specifically that you're not going to raise it. Well, I want my family line to continue. Well, you should have done that a long time ago. Yeah. That's why I had the vasectomy. I think 40 is really almost too old to have a kid. You're just about to hit 60 when they get out of high school.
Right.
That may be okay. I would say that would be the cutoff.
And then she is a little shocked and she shut up.
So you missed it. That's why he sings to his daughter, because he scares her.
Yeah.
And she shuts up.
Good.
There's news and information. I'm J.D. Ryan. Live 105.3, the Talk of Rocks, Texas.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show. Russ Martin Show. On Live 105.3. The talk that rocks Texas.
Why didn't you tell me that a while ago?
You came in here, you weren't feeling well. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I remember that he left me a message about it.
They ask about me?
They didn't say you specifically, but they're up here looking for somebody that doesn't work here. I don't know how much of that you wanted on the air. I have the message.
What did it say? Don't mention me by name?
It does not mention you by name. But, I mean, considering who they were looking for. And
what were you going to say?
Mickey knew who to call.
Oh, Mickey from Liz Wild?
Yeah, sorry.
Is that the guy with the condom hat?
Condom on the head, yes.
How does he wear that every day?
I don't know.
I mean, in the building. That's got to be scratchy, itchy. It's got to be irritating.
Yeah, and if it was a good look, I could understand it.
Yeah, if he looked cool, then I'd see wearing it all the time.
Yeah.
And just the way he wears it, it's not pulled all the way down. It's pulled half the way down, so you got the little reservoir thing going on it, and it still looks like a condom ain't nobody shot in.
It's true.
I'm sure there's some kind of prophylactic hat etiquette we're not aware of.
Where are they from?
I don't have any clue. Where they've originally lived, I don't know.
Condom land.
No. No.
Wiener world.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll think of something stupid. I'll listen to the message during the break.
Okay.
But they weren't specifically looking for me.
Not other than the fact that when you hear the message, you'll know that they kind of were looking for you.
Were they upset or just concerned?
They were upset. They were banging on the door.
All right. I'll listen to it during the break.
All right.
Thanks for telling me.
Well, it's better to tell you than not tell you.
No, I meant thanks for waiting almost an hour to tell me.
Sorry.
The Observer's right. My staff does drive them nuts.
No,
and me. All right, we'll be back.
All right.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
Well, that didn't make any sense.
I agree. He goes, nope, it's written up that way.
That she can't do any fantasy dates while she's in town.
You can't do it anywhere without his approval, because his point was, what if something happens while she's out doing something?
Yeah.
And then, the club loses money. Clubs.
Well, wait a minute. Didn't last week when I said, all right, none of this fantasy date stuff when she's in town, didn't he say, because I had somebody call him, and he goes, hey, I can't tell her what to do.
I never heard that.
That was quoted back to me. I want to say Trey told me that.
Okay.
I can't tell her what to do.
He's never said that to me. In fact, he said the exact opposite. It's written up in the field. Well,
why is he just now bringing it up? She leaves town in 2 or 3 days.
I don't know. I dropped by last night just to say hi.
You did what?
What?
I didn't get on the air, did it?
I dropped by to say hi to Vinny. She wasn't there.
Oh.
She starts tonight.
All right.
It's her birthday.
Okay, fine.
I'm sorry.
No free plugs.
I forgot.
Are you still on that spot? Is your voice still on there?
David Stone's not here. I can't replace that myself.
Lee Harris knows how.
Oh, does he? Okay. I didn't think of that. I can have it taken off. David was out. I don't know where that file is.
You just love to give me stomach acid.
I'm not giving you stomach acid. They asked me to do a quick voice for it.
And it didn't dawn on you because I didn't want to plug the event or anything going on with it, that your voice on there might seem like some type of endorsement from the show that can dawn anywhere on your bigger head?
No.
Why? Why don't you think these things through?
I didn't think that would be an issue.
Am I the only one that thinks that's weird?
I can see where you're coming from.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
And in JD's defense, I'm sure he didn't do anything intentional to undermine the show.
The intent is not what I'm concerned with.
Okay.
It's the fact that he didn't think about it.
Well, there is that. JD?
That's a big concern. Intent's a lot easier to deal with. Mm-hmm. Stupidity is just there. It's another quote. Somebody write that down.
I'll get right on it. So you can throw it at me later.
Well,
I'll have it removed. I didn't know that Lee could do that.
Whatever. Hi, Gail.
Hi, Russ.
You get those pictures of me off your website yet?
No.
I'm surrounded.
You're not.
Yes, I am.
I'm sorry. David's out. I didn't know where the file is.
Shut up.
Thanks, Gail.
She used the same thing on me yesterday. She goes, I'd love to take the pictures of you off my website. It's out of my hands. I already went to Bob. What do you got with traffic? Or what are your sponsors?
Racetrack, AOL, and Tylock.
All right, your IQ is to attend.
Racetrack, where the gasoline is 100% guaranteed. They're so confident in the quality of their gasoline that if their gas ever causes a problem with your car, verify it with a certified mechanic and they'll pay for the repairs. Racetrack gasoline is always 100% guaranteed. Life needs less clutter. Get rid of annoying, unwanted web pop-up ads with a single click when you use AOL pop-up controls. Coming soon on AOL 9.0 optimized. It's not LASIK, it's intra-LASIK. Come and discover the Tylock Advantage this Tuesday evening at our free intra-LASIK seminar at the Tylock Eye Care and Laser Center. Call 972-258-6400 to attend.
You know, our freeways are really doing well this afternoon. It's kind of refreshing, although you're going to find some really slow traffic on eastbound 635 from right around Preston Road towards Central, which is not unusual. You should expect that. Now, on the side streets on eastbound Northwest Highway past Easton, there's a wreck in the left lane. In Farmers Branch, you got one on Josie at 635, and both of those are real busy areas. And this also brought to you by BMW Motor Rod. BMW says right now, pay later with 0 down, no payments for 90 days, and even make your first 3 payments. Take advantage of 0.9% on certain models. Restrictions apply. See your BMW dealer for details. Now, I'm Gail Lightfoot on Live 105.3, The Talk that Rocks Texas.
Thank you, Gail. 67 for the low tonight. Tomorrow, partly sunny and 82. It's 84 now. Live 105.3, The Talk that Rocks Texas.
I'm just looking at Gail's website. This picture of her in the old studio.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's the same studio I started in. Out in Greenville.
Wow.
That's the exact same room. Transmitter would go off like every 8 minutes, you know. You have to run in the back, flip the breaker, because it would overheat.
Yeah.
They wouldn't spend the money to get a new air conditioner.
Small market radio.
The one I worked for in Terrell, you had to kick the side of the console to get the left channel on the song to come up.
Yep.
And you tell the owner.
I didn't care.
Kick it. First time it happened to me, I'm looking at the board, and I'm only getting the left channel. So I called Ken. I went, hey, we're missing the right channel on this song. Granted, it's country music. Nobody's going to notice.
They will.
Yes, they didn't.
Yeah.
They won't care.
Yeah. That's what he said. Kick it. Kick the side of the console, it came up. Our weather center?
Yes.
Stick your head out the window and look at the bank clock down the street.
I'm aware.
It's amazing. Let me see. Ready to traffic with Gail. You should take this one, Everett.
All right.
Go ahead, Misty.
Hi. I have a question for Everett. I found out just like yesterday that I have a theft by check warrant.
Okay.
And that's horrible. But I called them and they said that I could post $500 bond, or go into a pre-release trial for $20.
Those are 2 options. However, in my opinion, those are not your 2 best options. Usually, an attorney can, on that particular type of case, can usually work out a deal whereby you don't even need to turn yourself in.
Well, that's my point. I tried paying off the check.
You just answer a question?
Too late.
I think so.
All right.
I try to tell the best course of action to take.
What's she telling you now?
Well, she's telling me more stuff about the case that I really don't need to know.
Right, even though the answer is going to be the same.
Right.
I couldn't be an attorney. Because I'm sure you go through this when they call or come in for consultation.
Yeah, people are curious, though, and they want to have their questions answered, and so you have to try and answer them as best you can while staying focused on the issues.
Got it. All right.
And I'm going to be a teacher, so I really don't want to have that on my record.
No, of course not.
And they said that I could do some sort of application for a first offense, and they would dismiss it.
What you really need to do is hire a lawyer, whether it's me or somebody else, because all those are options, but they're not your best options on handling that case. And you've got to keep in mind that the people that are contacting you are the state of Texas, and they are your adversary in this proceeding. If you'll notice, the paperwork you got in the mail says the state of Texas versus Misty.
I didn't actually get anything in the mail.
How did you find out you had a warrant?
Because they did a background check on me.
Oh, okay. Well,
whenever I was going to do my student.
Nevertheless, the case is the state versus you, and the state may offer you options to dispose of your case, but they may not necessarily be the best options for you. They may be the best options for the state, and that's why you need to hire a lawyer whenever you're charged with a criminal offense. It's one of many reasons.
How expensive is it?
It's not terribly expensive. Just send me an email, and I'll be glad to email you back and give you full details if you like. info@dallasattorney.com. Sure.
She didn't get it. All right, bye. Nope. I'd go nuts. I'd give them the answer.
Yeah.
And they keep talking. What did I just tell you? Well, I don't need to know any of it. I just gave you the answer. Well, what if I don't? There are no what ifs. Give me my cash and get out of here.
Oh. Well, you got to understand, part of it's, you're an attorney and counselor at law. Part of what you do is talk to people and help them not only understand, but help them also feel better. Because a lot of times people are very nervous and upset and maybe aren't necessarily listening as much as they should. Or if they are, I'm throwing a lot of information at them that maybe they're not.
I get that.
Absorbing. And
I understand that part.
I'm sure you do. Anyway, my point is it's important to be, I think, sensitive to that because, people that come in when you're a criminal defense lawyer are coming to see you because they have a significant problem. They've been charged with a crime.
They're worried, they're upset, they're rattled.
Exactly.
They'd like to talk to somebody and feel better.
Sure.
It's when you tell them to shut up.
No.
I got it handled. Shut up.
No.
I'll get you out of this. Shut up. I don't need to know anything else. And I ain't taking no check. How do they pay you when you're doing something for hot checks?
We like to get cash from our hot check clients.
Ahead of time?
Yeah. No, we'll take a check. What's one more hot check case?
Yeah, you're going to be there anyway.
Yeah.
All you got to do is change chairs.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I forgot to listen to the thing during the break.
The message.
Yeah, because I had to go get my 4 o'clock feeding.
Mm-hmm.
It on the mini disc?
Yeah, it's cut number 1.
Yeah, that's it. Does it mention names on here?
It mentions the person they're looking for. Yes. It does not mention you.
Okay. I got the wrong one? Obviously.
Hey guys, it's Mickey from the Liz Wild Show. It's about 11:45. We just got off the air, and there's some.
How they get off the air at 11:45?
I'm sure they were just hanging out after the show.
Yeah, they're not on that late.
I thought they went 7 to midnight.
Oh, I thought they were up at 11. I have no idea.
They go to 7 to 11?
Yeah.
What's on at 11?
Like us.
Like us? All right. I know what they were doing. They're sitting out back having one of their weed parties.
No, they weren't. No, they weren't.
Look at Mickey and tell me you don't think he doesn't smoke weed.
I don't know if he does or not. I've seen him smoke cigarettes.
Always happy.
Yeah.
Always in your face. He's got really no idea of personal space.
No. He doesn't.
No, doesn't seem to stick with him.
Mm-mm. Keeps asking you to come out to the house?
Yeah.
Does he really?
Every single week. And I see it coming. And he can't talk to me from down the hall. He's got to be right up in my face.
JD, when was the last time you asked Russ over to your place?
1989 when we were shooting the TV show.
Yeah. It's when he was still married. It's the last time I've been over to JD's house.
Is that right?
And that was just because we needed it as a set.
I see.
And JD even told him that. He don't listen. And I always come up with an excuse. Well, I have something to do this weekend. I'm working in the yard, doing something. So he'll ask again. And he'll say, don't give me that I'm working answer. All right, I'm not doing anything. I don't want to come hang out with you.
Still didn't get it.
Yeah. And it always starts the same way. And I try and dodge him when I see him coming down the hall. Hey, Russ! You know, come over to the house. Could you back up an inch?
He's a nice guy, though. He is.
I think he's on the weed.
He's not. Not when he's up here, at least. I don't know what he does at home.
They're probably making that Fred guy grow it for him.
Sam.
Yeah. He looks like a weed farmer.
Oh.
Okay. So that's what they're doing up here at 11:45.
They go
right in the middle of Weedapalooza.
They're not. Just like we do. They stay after the show and they talk and they probably get ready for the next day and they just...
Yeah, they're coming down.
No.
Gotta wait till they can drive.
Yeah.
No.
Did you hear what he said? They were coming down off the show.
No, we didn't say that.
Said something like that.
No.
Hold on.
Hey guys, it's Mickey from the Liz Wild Show. It's about 11:45. We just got off the air, and there's some guy up here. He's pretty nutty. He's looking for Katana. I don't know what the whole deal is on it, but we actually had to have some guys tell him to leave the property. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. So, have a good show tomorrow, and beware, I guess. I don't know. He was pretty crazy. See you guys at the station. Bye.
There.
Why would you think I care?
I was wondering that too.
Katana was up here yesterday.
So?
Obviously she didn't go home.
Well, I don't know where she went.
He thought maybe she was still here, obviously. If she was here, she would be with you. That's why I brought it to your attention.
I don't know where she was.
Okay.
All I know is I left.
I'm aware. Did she go with you?
Who?
Katana?
Mm-hmm.
He's got that look.
I have no look. There's nothing here for you.
Yes.
Turn away.
I'm just warning you. Just wanted you to be aware. That's all.
I don't know where she went.
Okay.
I don't know why he thinks she'd still be up here. Because
you what?
You and Katana what?
Nothing.
Both left at the same time. I know that.
No. That's not what I was going to say.
What?
We?
To dinner?
We both left at the same time. But not together. Separate cars.
Did you go someplace together? I mean, you go somewhere else afterwards? Hmm? Did you go somewhere afterwards? Dinner?
Mm-hmm.
Your house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Dinner?
Dinner. I don't know where she was.
Okay.
It's not my job to keep track of his wife.
Okay.
You're doing a pretty good job of it, though.
Damn.
You don't know where she was. Ooh. I didn't feel good yesterday, like I could do anything.
I don't know. I'm just telling you the guy came up here. He thought she'd be here or with you.
I didn't hear on the message. What did he say? What time all this happened?
The guy was here at 11:45. Well, he left the message at 11:45, so I'm assuming the guy had been here probably 11:20, 11:30.
Well, it doesn't say on the message, so you don't know.
I don't know.
Could have been during the show.
Could have been. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know where she went.
Okay.
Somebody thinks you did.
No, he just knew that she was here because we had her on the show yesterday. She was going to show me some dance moves. You see my dance moves ever?
Yeah, you got some new ones?
Well, no, you ever don't.
I have to take my clothes off.
No, I do not want to see your dance moves.
You miss it unless...
that's... No.
Really? Just he'll be in his underwear. You must see it.
All right.
We had to sort of suffer yesterday. You get to suffer.
Okay.
Yeah, Eddie saw it.
All right. You guys saw it. Go ahead.
Almost like there needs to be a chick in here, just so it takes the queer factor out.
Yeah, it's pretty gay.
Yeah.
Otherwise.
Are there any chicks in the building? Go get me one. Give me a good-looking one. Yeah. Did somebody say sales is back in the building now?
They're moving back in, yeah.
Are they not here yet?
They are in the process of, they're not here yet.
They hire any new hot sales chicks?
I have no idea. I haven't seen any. You know, they'll drop by occasionally, the sales guys.
There's the only few that I've seen after Wayne Walker left. That was the only thing Wayne Walker could do as general sales manager.
Yep.
Was hire hot chicks.
Yeah.
Couldn't care less if they ever had sold anything. One of them was a waitress before she started here.
Mm-hmm. We had a stable. It was great.
It was perfect.
I think we got all guys now.
I'll take this while we're waiting on the chick to get in here. Do we still have Mix's song? That's what I have to dance to. That's my song now. Yeah, John?
Hey, yeah. Oh, is Everett on still?
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Let me check. Yeah, he's in. What do you want?
Yeah, I got a question for him.
What is it?
I had an attorney contact the municipal court for me concerning the speeding tickets that I received, but the only thing is that he contacted the court without my permission. And the reason being is because a family member of mine who thought I had some warrants in place was trying to get me out of trouble, and they hired him, so he contacted them and took a couple $100 from her. But I talked to him the other day, and I told him, hey, I've never spoken with you, I've never talked with you, I didn't hire you, and I think you need to give this person their money back.
I was just wondering if it's legal for an attorney to contact a municipal court on your behalf without your permission.
Well, no, but
see, everything that leaded up to that last sentence we didn't need. We just needed that last part.
Right.
Okay, well.
No, that's okay. It's not your fault. You're defense. You're stupid. Go ahead, Everett.
No, obviously, you need to authorize the lawyer to appear on your behalf. Now, what it sounds like may have happened is that someone hired the lawyer on your behalf, and maybe for whatever reason the lawyer thought that it was you that came in and hired him. I mean, I can only speculate in that regard. But, yeah, I mean, clearly if you don't want this guy representing you on your cases, you have the right to go in and fire him as your attorney.
Well,
but the money that was paid is not yours.
You two guys aren't listening to each other. Somebody shut up. You go, Everett.
Yeah, the money you're trying to get is your mom's. It's not yours to get.
It's gone?
Well, it's your mom's. It's not yours to get. Or whoever paid the money.
Yeah.
Because you didn't pay that money, did you?
And she can't really get it back because she actually hired him.
Well, I mean, she could. That would depend on the work involved. I think there would need to be an assessment of did he post bonds, did he file a letter of representation, did he make an appearance,
right? Those
types of things.
Can somebody in your family can hire an attorney on your behalf?
They can, and it happens oftentimes in the jail context. You've got someone that's incarcerated, and the family comes in.
Okay.
So that's not beyond the realm of reason. It's very atypical, this type of situation in which someone hires someone a lawyer, and they say, "Gee, I don't want a lawyer on my cases."
Yeah. Why is it you didn't want this guy handling anything?
Well, I was taking care of it on my own, and
oh, good.
I didn't need to shell out another $200 to take care of a damn speeding ticket.
I see.
All right.
So I'm wondering if there's like a grievance or something I can file against them, maybe.
Yeah, you can through the state bar. Contact State Bar Texas if you want to do that, but it doesn't sound to me as though you have a very good claim.
Hey, man, how do we get to become part of the studio audience, Russ?
We don't. You certainly wouldn't come up. So I'm doing the studio audience when they wouldn't get me the risers in there that I wanted. Yep. Because the people would come in and they couldn't see really much above the window. We need risers out there like you have in a school auditorium. Okay, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. I gave them, 8 months?
At least.
Maybe a little bit longer. Finally, nothing. I went, all right, that's it. It's done. Plus, we started getting a bunch of idiots.
Yeah. You get 2 or 3 right in a row that
was just damned irritating, and they'd beat on the window.
Yeah.
Like if we had somebody naked in here, and I was going to get naked with them, we'd close the blinds, they'd start beating on the window.
And we had the same people come up.
There were several times where a lot of them would just sneak in.
Yeah.
Even though we were supposed to have some type of security screening process. Obviously, we didn't.
Yes, clearly.
Yeah. How are we doing, Eddie?
Getting close.
Okay. What's I going to do? Having a hard time focusing because of my drugs.
You're going to dance.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Where's the chick? Where'd Dan go?
O'Malley's still gone looking for one.
Hey, I could do it for Rainey. She's hot.
Yeah.
She's on vacation.
Oh. You see what she did to her lip?
No.
She got what? Who is it?
I have 2. You want me to just bring them in?
Who is it?
It's Janae, and I believe, is it Susan Wade's daughter?
How old is Susan Wade's daughter?
She's 20.
Oh. Can they hear me?
No.
They could hear me up until now, couldn't they? Put the headphones on.
Sorry.
It's like he never left.
Mm-hmm.
That's cold.
Wow. Are either one of them cute?
Yes.
Cute?
Yes.
Cute for you or cute for me?
Cute by, I would say, anyone's standards.
See, now I don't want to do it.
Why?
I don't know, because I don't know either one of them.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, this would be good practice. Get a couple of chicks in here.
Perfect.
Show them the moves.
Right.
I don't want to.
Why?
I'm scared.
Well, you're going to have to do it in front of 500 people.
I'll be plowed.
Oh, okay.
I'll probably still have the needle sticking out of my arm.
No, you won't. You don't do that.
I don't know if I can do it in front of chicks. I don't know.
I'll dim the lights.
It'll be fine.
Katana was different.
Yeah, because you knew her. Get ready. I'll dim the lights and bring them in.
I can't do that.
Why?
I don't know. I just can't.
Okay.
But you miss the magic of it, Everett, if I ain't my underwear. And I wore my dancing underdrawers again today.
Let's just do it quick.
Yeah, come on. It's a big deal.
I'll dim the lights.
Now I have to see it. I didn't even want to begin with.
Yeah, Ronnie was calling it yesterday.
Was he?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He wants to go now. Watch me dance.
Oh, God.
I told you they're going to want to see that move.
You're going to have to do it.
And I'm telling you, naked, it's even funnier.
I bet.
Because just imagine this move.
Right.
This one.
Yeah.
If I was in my underdrawers.
That would be great. You're right. Visual. Hey, can I videotape that night or not?
What are you going to do with it?
Put it up on the web for the people who can't make it.
You're not going to play with your bud?
No. What's the matter with you?
Take it home and watch it
What is
over.
wrong?
I don't know what you're going to do with it. And now, by saying that, you're going to cut the number of people that are going to come because they go, now I can see it on the internet.
You're right. Never mind. Didn't think of that.
Once again, something you didn't think through.
Sorry.
God, if I can't do it for 2 chicks, there's no way I'm going to do it for a room full of 400 or 500.
Just do this.
That's why you got to do it today.
Wait a minute.
That's why I got to do it stoned.
No.
Yeah.
Not stoned.
Stop by Liz Wild's house, get me some weed.
No, have a couple cocktails. Don't pull a lever boy on us. Just have a couple cocktails.
Yeah, that'd be Danny to go out there, take my clothes off, and start yakking on chicks.
Look, he brought props.
Hey, look, that's something new. Turn the lights off. Let me see how dark it is. Still kind of bright in here.
Yeah, it's plenty dark. Come on, you're all doped up. What do you care?
I'll just do it for you, Everett.
Oh, no.
I know that sounds queer, but right now I don't really care.
How about just one chick? Start small.
All right, get them both in here.
Okay.
How we doing on break time, Eddie?
Really close.
All right, this ain't going to last long.
Mm-mm.
Well, see, now they're going to come in. I'm going to take my clothes off in front of them.
Mm-hmm. That's why I said get ready, bring them in, and regular show. There you go.
They're both cute.
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't know if I can do this.
You can do it.
It'll be great. They'll love it.
All right, turn around. Let me get my drawers off. Just turn around. Everybody in the room, turn around.
Very gladly.
Because this ain't going to last long. See, Everett's going to miss it because I'm going to have to. Everett, you're going to have to stand over there with them to get the full effect.
Okay.
Because I'm going to be shooting my business that way.
I understand.
All right.
Can I? Oh, man.
By the way, as soon as I'm done, chicks immediately need to leave.
Okay.
Because I'm going to have to put my clothes back on.
Okay.
Everybody turn around? Okay. Not a chance in hell. O'Malley, look at something else. Why don't you screen a call? You think the shirt's got to come off to get the effect?
Yes. Sorry.
All right, everybody, hold on. Here we go. Wait. Hey, John, what about this?
No.
All right. You guys over there ready? Don't turn around yet. Here it comes. Okay, you can turn around. Ready? Well?
Yeah.
All right. Get out of here. Get them both out of here. Here's the front version really quick. You ready? Turn away.
I'm get dressed.
You like that, Eric?
No.
That's my favorite move.
But you're ready. I think it'll be very entertaining. Everybody that's going to go is going to have a great time.
Here, watch it again. Wait.
He turns around and looks at you as he's shaking his butt.
You look like you're trying to jiggle something out of there.
Who said that yesterday? Eddie told me when I go out on stage I should hang a worm out of my ass. Well, it looks like I'm trying to shake it out. Yeah. Or have a reason. Yeah. That'd be funny if a turd came out.
Uh-oh.
All right, we're going to break here. Load me up a dry bumper. All right, we'll be back.
raging, no vacation. Hating my situation, I'm hearing freaky rumors about exploitation. A new vocation.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show on Live 105.3. The talk that rocks Texas.
Hey, Dale, but now I'm swimming in mail. I'm only 20 years young and a brand new pimp. The Bill Gold fifth wheel with the big grill. Looking tacky as hell. I got rollers in my head with an 8-inch sail.
Call Russ. Who's impervious to all that surrounds him. Now, 214-787-1053.
Oh, you know. 445, J.D. Ryan is here, Everett Newton, Eddie Boyd, Dan O'Malley, Gail Lightfoot with traffic. Have you decided if you're going to let Dan Lewis come back or not?
Please don't put this on me.
It is. Decided that was your decision. You're in charge of finding the new producer.
You just want to torture me if and when things go wrong.
No. What is it you don't like about Dan?
I like Dan. I just think, I don't know.
Is there some reason you're reluctant to hire him back?
Yeah. I just gave JD the responsibility.
I see.
Because he's good at reading people.
Sure.
I've got 9 zillion people. Not a single one that can even tune a radio, much less do a show.
They don't care.
All the resumes.
Well, what about Dan?
Dan has exactly what I'm looking for. 3 to 5 years, major market radio experience.
Yes. He does.
Certainly knows the show.
Yes, he does.
Has producer duties in his past.
Works well with Russ.
Yes, works very well with me.
Okay.
You going to hire him?
I'll tell you on Friday.
Okay.
Make my decision on Friday.
And still he balks.
Yeah. There's something here that
There's nothing here.
Yeah. Some kind of hidden dynamic between the two.
You know, does he still want to do his own show? I don't know. Has he been interested? He hasn't contacted me.
Well, you're the one doing the hiring. Don't you think you ought to call him?
No. Someone should apply for a job if they want it.
Yeah, he's right. JD's the focal point here.
Well, that's true.
I like the emails that I get that start out, "Hey, JD."
Yeah.
Those get deleted.
Yeah.
I want to produce the show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and he's given my email address, the one to send it to, I don't know, 30, 40 times. I'm still getting him at the Hotmail account. Hey, I want to produce. You can't even listen to instructions on the air.
Following directions is paramount.
Yes.
Especially if you're going to be a producer.
I like one I got, yesterday was my favorite. I'm 40. I'm a 40-year-old male. I get it. $60,000 a year. That's all it said.
That really is a perfect email.
It really is.
Because you know anything else you're not going to read. I don't care where you worked. I don't care what you did. I don't care how long you've been around. Nobody looks at that. I wonder how much a resume really plays in part of getting a job.
In a real job, probably it does.
You think?
Yeah. Because they want to see your skills. They want to know your office skills. They want to know where you've worked before, how long you were there. It shows whether you have stability.
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah, I suppose, because if you go back and look at radio people, it's like Rich Barra, who was on the show with us over at the Eagle. I think he'd been in radio 13 years. He'd worked at 15 stations.
Tells you something.
I didn't hire him. I didn't want him. They threw him at me. Glommy little backstabbing pig. Should have grabbed me by the mole on his cheek and spun him around in circles that have popped off.
Yeah. Ron and Don, same thing. 1 year to station, another year to station, 1 year to station.
And their thing is, well, you know, they're not giving us time to get a foothold in the market. No, dude, you got about 9-10 months of shtick, and it runs out, and you start repeating it after 10 months. Just like we're telling this same story for the 8th time. That's why they're in Grand Rapids. All right. What we're going to do here. News. Do you have news?
Yeah.
All right. It's been about an hour, hasn't it? Yes. Okay. Here we go. 448, J.D. Ryan's on Live 105.3.
Thank you, Russ. Sponsored by Expedia.com and by Miller.
Expedia.com, making it easy to find the trip you're looking for. Expedia.com. Don't just travel, travel right. This hour of the Russ Martin Show is brought to you in part by Miller Lite.
And by Service King. Tomorrow, Eddie's going to be at the one in Louisville at Corporate Drive, 11 to 1. He'll have qualifying tickets for the races happening in October. T-shirts and more. Go by and see him.
So you haven't gotten any resumes that even look close?
No. I've gotten a couple with, like, overnight part-time radio experience in, you know, 6 months in some small town. That's about it.
Billings, Montana or something?
Little ones, yeah. Nobody with any kind of producer experience, nobody with any major market experience whatsoever.
They're probably afraid to work for you as a producer.
Why?
Well, after the whole thing with Trey.
I didn't do nothing to him.
Please.
I said he had qualities that I liked.
Yes.
He was good at following up on stuff, keeping records.
Yeah, he's really good at following up on stuff and keeping records. Last night, we're in the office.
Yeah.
About a year ago, Eddie told him to get a Rolodex, a paper one, you know, where you can just pull the cards out.
Is this going to be a story that's going to slam on Trey?
Yeah.
Why don't you let this go?
Oh, please. How dare you?
God,
you
get off the man. Good God, get off the man. The man's lost his job. Get off him.
How dare you?
Why don't you wait till he gets cancer?
You've been banging on him. I even started the show off today with a song.
Man. You're incredible, JD.
What? Go ahead. What's the story? You've already started it. Now you've started. What is it?
Anyway, about a year ago, Eddie said, once you get a Rolodex, that way the little cards, the moment he starts talking about Malora Miller, you pull the card out and you hand it to him. That way, boom, you don't have to worry about computers going down or anything. So last night we're digging around his desk, just seeing what's there. There's a bag from Office Depot. Great big, beautiful Rolodex sitting right there. Brand new, never opened, looked at the receipt. January 3rd, 2003 is when he bought it.
See? Eddie told him to do it and he went and bought one.
Didn't follow
exactly
up.
my point. Follow through.
Yeah.
Eddie said you should get one. He went and got one.
And you have to turn it into something ugly.
No name.
Yeah. Get off the man. Just get off the man.
I'm not on the man.
Somebody is.
I'm not.
You see, I've let it go.
Oh, you won't let anything
get off the man.
Go. Jesus. Yeah, like Friday, you let it go.
Go ahead.
All right. As the winds from Hurricane Isabel swept over Arlington National Cemetery, the soldiers who guard the tomb of the unknown soldiers were given, for the first time in history, permission to abandon their post and seek shelter. According to Sergeant Christopher Holmes, they told us that, but that's not going to happen. That's never an option. It went right in one ear and right out the other. With the fierce storm bearing down last week, cemetery officials decided to let the guards move indoors if they felt in danger. The tomb, by the way, consists of 4 graves. 3 contain remains of soldiers who died in World War I, World War II, and Korea. The 4th, representing unknown soldiers who died in Vietnam, now stands empty. Those remains, by the way, were identified about 5 years ago using DNA technology. These guys went on to say it's just considered to be the greatest honor to go out there and guard. It's not only the unknowns, it's a symbol that represents everyone who's fought and died for our country.
See? Stuff like that makes you proud. Gives you the goosebumps to hear it.
Stood there in a hurricane. Stand guard. Police still investigating the shooting involving 50 Cent earlier this month, and the Star tabloid claims that police are looking into an interesting story which suggests that 50's boys started shooting for publicity. The Star claims to have gotten this straight.
Are you sure?
From a Jersey City police report. Supposedly a cab driver who happened to be passing by the scene saw 50 and his friends just hanging in a hotel parking lot when all of a sudden one of them just started busting caps up in the air. Supposedly, no evidence of any sort of gun battle was witnessed by the cab driver.
I told you. I think a lot of this rap stuff, they specifically go out and get arrested just so they've got a rap sheet. That's the name rappers.
There you
That's
go.
why they do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're cool. You're cool in the industry.
It's very possible.
That was probably one of the problems that Vanilla Ice had.
Yeah.
The guy from North Dallas or Plano or something like that tried to be a tough guy. Just some kind of white jackass from North Dallas.
Yeah.
He didn't have no rep. Ain't been in prison. Ain't served the time.
No.
Suge Knight dangled him out a window.
By the feet, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that for?
I think, I don't know, something had
other than the fact that he had it coming.
Right. I think it had something to do with pressuring him to sign some sort of agreement with Death Row Records.
I'd have signed it.
Yeah, he did. And he was very reluctant to talk about the experience on, I can't remember what show I saw it on, something on E!
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And they were trying to interview him. Well, isn't it true that he dangled you out the window? And Ice was saying, well, I'd really rather not talk about that, but he got this really pained look on his face.
That's when you just let it go. It's like Weird Al. They were doing the E! True Hollywood Story on him or Behind the Music or whatever. And who did Gangster's Paradise? Coolio was pissed at him because he said, I didn't give you permission to use that. And Al seriously looked rattled as he's addressing the issue during the interview. He even looked at the camera, addressed the camera, and went, I am sorry. No offense. Because he said Al thought he had permission to do it.
Yeah.
So obviously you don't want to jack with anybody.
No.
Not in the rap industry. Why would you want to get into that if you know there's a good chance of getting popped if you get popular?
I don't know. I don't think they view getting killed as a bad thing in the same way that a lot of people do. I mean, it's almost as a form of martyrdom, if you're killed as part of gang activity or...
I don't like that.
No.
Yeah. Martyrdom has absolutely no interest. There's no magic.
There's no future in it. That's
right. Yeah, Chad?
Princess,
Yes.
I have a question. What's wrong with giving a little guy a chance at a big market? You never know.
Chad. I've made the mistake once. This isn't a penny ante crapshoot. This is big time.
Well, I understand that. We all know you're big time, but
I'm not talking about me. I'm just talking about the show, and it's bigger than all of us. I hate to use that phrase, but it really is. You think David Letterman, the Late Show, would hire somebody off the street?
No. But
Okay.
on the other,
Excuse me. You just said yes, which means you understand.
I do understand.
Then there is no other hand.
If there's a big market producer out there, typically most of them are employed because they don't suck, right?
Possibly. Sometimes they get fired just because the host is an ass. Fingers down.
Involuntary.
Buddy, I'm just saying you got to start somewhere.
So you go find a small market and start.
With all due respect, I understand that as well.
I'm glad.
Give a little guy a chance.
There, I just told you I'm not going to do it. Is this the same stupid Chad that calls at the beginning of the show all the time?
No.
Different Chad?
First time caller.
All right. Make it the last. What is it he didn't get?
I have no clue.
He sounded like he was with you right up to the very end. Yeah.
Well, anytime you say with all due respect, that means you're going to disagree with what the guy just said.
Sure.
No, there will be no more of this no radio experience thing.
I agree.
My fault. My mistake. I think given a little more time, Trey probably could have slid into the job. Mm-hmm. But you know what? Mm-hmm. I'm 43.
Oh.
So nobody with no experience. I know I've been making the joke just so you get a lot of emails.
Yes, I have a ton of them.
I like the ones where they're really spreading their cheeks and giving you a shot of the eye.
Those are nice. I've gotten several.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was part of the deal. Send the resumes to JD and make sure there's a nice big close-up shot of your brown smoochie.
Excellent. Yeah. Excellent call.
I'm getting many of those.
Wonderful.
Very nice ones.
Add your collection.
I don't have a collection of those.
So that's the same mentality. Those are the guys you want to strangle. It's the same mentality as the local music. Well, I live here. You should put me on the radio here. It doesn't work that way. Just because I live here doesn't mean I get to play for the Cowboys. Mm-mm. Or because ZZ Top lives here doesn't mean I get to be in the band. Hey, I'm from Dallas. What did you make it for? One of you guys is sick, ain't you? That meant I
know, I'm getting, and I get the sob stories too.
I don't care about the sob story. I don't care who died, what fell on you. I don't care.
I've got them all. I've got a guy handicapped in a wheelchair wants to promote the show or produce the show. I'm like, no offense, man. You can't.
Didn't we already tell Brumley no?
No, what Brumley?
I think Brumley brought it up.
Katana was serious yesterday. She was joking on the air, but she said that when you were out of the room.
What?
That she could produce the show. She goes,
no, she didn't.
Dead serious. Did you notice that little nervous laugh when she said it on the air? Because she already said it before.
I thought she was kidding.
She was not.
What did she say when I left the room?
She said it to me. She goes, I need to put my hat in the resume too. In your resume pot too for that producer job. You know I can do it. And
she was absolutely serious.
And I get Russ. Absolutely.
No. Okay. If she wasn't married, I could date her.
Yes.
Because she gets me. Because she's married, all I could do right now is bang her.
No, bang her.
Yeah, it is limiting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. She's not always available to go out on dates.
I understand. Her husband probably.
Yeah, they like to spend time together.
We're that way.
Oh, that reminds me. I have the perfect chick for you.
No.
I'm serious.
No.
Russ, trying to help you out.
No.
You've been complaining about you haven't had anybody to date. I have the perfect chick for you.
Well, you have a good point. No.
Why not?
Well, so far, your record blows. You had the one chick that you were going to try and set me up with the stomach.
The stomach.
Well, the one with the motorhome.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she was hot.
She was not hot.
Yeah, she was.
She would, if I had a letter in my house, she'd have busted all my china. She was fat.
Yeah.
She'd have come running through my house, and next thing I know, I got Kool in the Gang in there drinking Colt 45. No, I don't want her in my house. She was fat.
She was hot.
The first thing you notice on her is her stomach.
Well, that was,
and it was weird. It wasn't like she was fat all the way around. Yeah. She just had a gut. It was all concentrated right there in the middle.
in sort of a Babe Ruth sort of way, but but she has a really pretty face.
Yeah. I see. Very nice.
Yeah.
You're painting a lovely picture.
So that's one he tried to set me up with.
Yeah.
Mothra was cute. Mm-hmm. I'm going to turn around and look at Eddie. He's still gone.
Is he still gone?
It's going to be over with.
Yeah, Babe Ruth thing really did.
Let's see how long this lasts.
Okay, well,
we'll just relax.
Sit back.
Yeah, you don't want to say anything else that might push him anymore. We'll talk while he's enjoying himself.
Okay.
Where was I?
So anyway, I got this chick.
Oh, Mothra, shut up.
Yeah. Mothra.
Yeah, you got Mothra. You got the other chick with the big middle. You got Humpty Dumpty. And then you got Mothra, who tried to kill me.
She didn't try to kill you.
She tried to get in my house by cutting through the door with an ADD security sign.
She just missed you.
And then she drives around to the back of the house and drives her car into my garage. That's two. That's two chicks you set me up with. Neither one of them have worked. I don't want Mothra, and I don't want the other chick, because what happens if she falls off the wall?
This chick is perfect. Seriously.
How is she perfect?
She's beautiful. She's 29. She's half Hispanic.
Okay.
Half white.
All right, that's fine.
Beautiful.
Which means I only have to nail down half my stuff.
God.
She has a great job. She's a paralegal at a really big law firm. She's actually a friend of my girlfriend's. And she would be perfect for you. No kids, never been married.
Bring in a picture.
The ideal
I don't
chick
care.
for you.
I don't care picture nothing. I don't want to see it. I know the chicks that Everett's been picking for me.
Yeah.
She's hot.
She could be a model.
She could be a model, truly. And she has a great job. She has her own money. She's not looking for a free ride.
The holidays are coming. You really ought to have somebody to...
I'm not going to get somebody just for the holidays.
Just date around. Try.
I got a few different chicks. I tell you who I'd like to get a hold of is Randy, and she just won't turn it loose.
No. She's got a boyfriend.
She ain't brought it up.
Oh, I thought she did.
Not in a while.
Okay.
Not since the first time.
Well, this girl doesn't have a boyfriend.
Yeah, and why is that?
Because she's very selective.
Okay. And you think I'm going to fit her mold?
She understands the show.
So she listens.
She listens. She's totally cool with it. She gets the fact that it's a show. She gets that what happens here isn't necessarily...
Not necessarily real.
Right.
Satire.
Exactly. Parody, all that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And she's totally cool with it. And I think she's very, very witty. I think the two of you would get along really, really well.
Eddie don't. I can see it, and I don't even have to look at Eddie. I can see Everett looking over at Eddie, which means that Eddie's about to lose it again. Back to the Babe Ruth reference. Right? I don't even have to look around the room to know what's going on.
Yeah. It's like you're trick shooting over your shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah, Tracy?
Yes. Everett did try to set you up with one woman at a bar. She had a horse face.
Oh, that's right. The chick kept calling me Wilbur.
She didn't call you Wilbur.
Which chick is this?
The one with a horse face.
What chick? Where was it? What are you talking about?
I remember that.
She had blonde hair, I think.
Horse face.
She didn't have no stomach? Wasn't the same girl?
No, this is totally different.
Well, this girl doesn't have a horse face or a stomach, and I don't think she's crazy. Of course, we didn't think that about Mothra either. You can never tell for sure.
I will need... No, never mind. I know. Listen. I was about to say, get me a name so I can do some kind of background check just to see if she's got a rap sheet. I don't even care. Your track record blows.
Well, let me redeem it then.
There's no way to... Do you really want to put yourself... And I forgot about the horse face chick.
Mm-hmm. How about just drinks, not a dinner situation, not a date? Just everybody go out for drinks.
Right, or even meet her for lunch. It doesn't have
because the last time that happened, that ever did that with somebody, I ended up poking her.
Yeah?
Well, that's your call. It's not mine. You don't have to poke her, necessarily. I mean, I know it's fun, but just go to lunch with her. Why not?
I say drinks because lunch is a designated time. It's like an hour. Drinks are like any time he can go, oh, okay, I've had a drink. Bye.
Well, that's true. You can meet somewhere. She won't even know where you live. You won't even ride together.
She's never been married?
Never been married.
No kids?
No kids.
Well, if she's 29, she's borderline on wanting them.
No, I really don't know her position on kids, but I know that she's very into her career. But, you know, she does have free time that she'd like to, I'm sure, spend with the right person. And she's very selective. She's very bright and very witty and would need someone also very bright and witty to hang out with in order for her to have a good time. And I think the two of you would be great.
Sounds inviting.
Just give it a shot.
No.
Come on.
I'm not.
Why? You can't just meet her briefly for drinks.
I don't want to meet her at all.
I'll go with you.
You can go all. Why don't you go? You go field it for me. You go see what's going on.
We'll have a code, and you and I will have to leave at a certain moment if you're not comfortable.
Yeah, you can set it up to where JD calls you 15 minutes into the day.
Oh, we both go.
Yeah. Oh, we both go. Yeah.
And then, at a certain point, I'll just look up and I'll go, skank, and we'll get up and leave.
That'll work.
That'll be the code word.
Or if it's another chick like what I'm thinking, like the last chick, we'll just go.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, Mothra was hot.
Kind of had saggy cans.
Did she?
Yeah. I mean, they weren't bad. They were okay for, how old is she?
She's
early 30s?
Yeah, 29, 30, somewhere in there.
Her body looks like she had lost weight at one time. Or she was heavier and lost some weight.
Oh, is that
cans
right?
She had to wear one of those underwire bras to keep her business together.
I see.
I mean, she was still good enough to bang.
Yeah, of course.
How are we doing, Eddie? All right. Talk to this chick and then we'll break. Yes, Cynthia?
Yes, I am. How are you?
Dandy.
Good.
Yes,
I just thought I would challenge you as I sit here listening to you talk about all these women you've been through. Good. Okay.
What are you ordering? What are you getting? Who's that in the background?
Actually, that was a lady at the drive-through bank who said, hi, how are you? And I said, good, thank you. And she said she'd get it right out.
What are you getting?
I'm making a deposit.
Oh, well, there's a switch. Go ahead.
I just thought that maybe you should step outside of what you've had and get something that you obviously hadn't had, and you wouldn't have as many complaints. I listened to you on the way home, and at first I thought, no, the first day I listened to you, it was the day that Shantae Mallard was testifying, and she was crying.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard you, and I thought, oh, my God, how rude. And then I thought, well, this is his opinion. It's okay. And I've listened to you again, and I'm thinking, oh, my God, how rough. He is really rough. He is like razor sharp.
But now you're hooked, you're hooked on the show, right?
Well, you keep me coming back, yes. So I just happen to be listening to you today, and I'm listening to all your complaints and all you've been through, and you have had people fix you up with people, and those people know you or assume they know you and know what you want, but however you haven't gotten it, and they've tried. So I thought, why don't I just step outside the box and see if he's really the man that he sounds like he is on air, and see if he can ever step outside of his comfort zone and do something different, real, et cetera, et cetera.
I'm certainly interested in stepping outside my comfort zone. Sometimes you got to do that. You have to explore, and a lot of times that's when you discover. How old are you?
True. Actually, I'm a little bit older than you. I'm 48, and I understand. Oh, so you only like them younger. Okay, well, if I'd heard that, I would never.
Sorry, that's too far out of my comfort zone. How old are you?
I'm 48. I'm 48. I'm single. I have no kids, no baggage, no drama, no ex-husbands, no cellulite, no excess this, excess that, no lines, no stretch marks. Good, safe, sane, wholesome sister who lives in Plano. That's okay.
How'd you get in Plano?
That's all I can say. Where do I live in Plano? Costa Park in Preston.
Oh.
So I just thought I would throw it out there as I was halfway home. And
well, I'll certainly, you know what? You sound like a very attractive woman. How about if I stick you on hold and you could give O'Malley some type of safe phone number for me to have?
Okay, that sounds great.
All right. I look forward to calling you.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye. Don't really write it down. It's got nothing to do with her being black. It's just the fact that she's older than me.
48.
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Almost 50.
I'm not going to date somebody that's going to be 50 in 2 years. That's the other reason I don't want to get past 50, because as you get older, you got to date older chicks. When I hit 50, I can't date anybody in their 20s anymore. I'm going to have to date somebody in their 30s. And then when I get to 60, I got to date somebody older than that. It's making me sick just saying it.
All the math.
It's just the nastiness, because you know what time does to bodies.
Guys do it all the time.
I don't like it. I don't want to date older chicks.
Guys date younger chicks all the time.
Yeah, but as I get older, I can't do it. If I was in a rock band, maybe. I missed it. You say break? Please. All right. Did you ever start news?
We did about halfway through it, yeah.
All right. Wrap it up.
Oh, there's news and information. I'm J.D. Ryan, live 105.3, The Talk that Rocks, Texas.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
All right, let's see traffic here. Hi, Gail.
Hi.
What do you got?
Platinum Club and Joy Internet.
All right, your out queue is in Dallas.
Joy.net. Quality internet for $6.95 a month. It's fast, reliable, and secure. Internet with no advertising, just clean, straightforward service. Go to www.getjoi.net. Come to the Platinum Club this Wednesday and check out L.A. Lamont. It's her birthday. This Wednesday at the Platinum Club on West Northwest Highway in Dallas.
Still, the freeways have been really good this afternoon. Just a few problems to pass along. On northbound Jim Miller at the eastbound 30 Service Road, there's a wreck, and the Service Road is blocked. And downtown Dallas at Flora and Pearl, the signal lights are flashing red all the way around, but everything else is just normal size slowdowns. This also brought to you by Office Max. Get more done when you save more on office supplies at Office Max. Office Max means more selection, services, and savings with a 115% low price guarantee. Office Max means more. I'm Gail Lightfoot on Live 105.3, The Talk that Rocks, Texas.
Thank you, Gail. 67 for the low tonight. Could be partly sunny. 82 tomorrow. It is 84 currently. Live 105.3, The Talk that Rocks, Texas.
Yeah, the other reason is I don't get in a relationship. Hang on, I'm going to phrase this. Never mind.
Okay.
Thing I don't like about relationships is you make yourself vulnerable. I don't like that. I don't like getting, because out of a relationship,
right,
I feel good about things. I never dread anything. Mm-hmm. I don't worry about going any place, having to check in, and I also don't worry about getting dumped.
I see. So, but then you turn around on the other end, you say, I'm ready for a relationship. You can't have it both ways.
That's why I had to stop and think what I was saying. What I'm saying doesn't make any sense, but that's still something else that I'm worried about. I like having the power of not being worried about being dumped. Because that's when you lose your mind.
Yes.
When you think you're losing a chick,
yeah,
and then you start doing all the stupid things that you thought you had outgrown. And I'll probably do it again. I'll get wrapped up in somebody. They'll start treating me like crap. They'll become unavailable. And I'll do all the same stupid stuff I did 10 years ago.
Yeah. I don't think you will. I think you're hopefully past that.
I bet I'm not.
Well, this last chick, did you dump her or did she dump you? I can't remember.
I think they've all dumped me.
You didn't get wrapped up in her. You were just say goodbye.
The first time. We broke up a few times.
Okay.
The first time, I was upset. Anytime after that, I knew her pattern. She'd come back, she'd be around 3 or 4 weeks and be gone again. Because we'll start dating again. She'll start listening to the show. Becomes a problem. And I went, I will not negotiate with you on this. Don't listen. Or if you do listen, keep it to yourself.
Right.
And that's what would happen every single time. And I know her pattern. She may come back around again. We'll date for a few weeks, and she'll be gone. But I don't get attached to her anymore.
I guess you just seem like you handled it really well. Maybe you just covered it up the first time.
Well, there's nothing to say.
Well, I still say this new chick is worthy of drinks. I mean, you don't have to make yourself vulnerable. You can just meet her and hang out. And if you like her, great. If not, move on.
No.
Why not?
Chick with a stomach. Mothra.
Horseface.
Horseface. You sound it sounds like something out of Dick Tracy cartoon.
This chick has none of those problems.
What if I fall in love and she screws me around?
Well, everyone that falls in love risks that.
I don't like that. That is the most unbearable time of my life. Any rotten times in my life have all been focused around that. Not death, not tragedy, nothing. Nothing is as bad as having a chick screw you around.
That's true.
And you're hanging on to that relationship with the edge of your fingernails, and she's smacking you in the hand with a crowbar. They're loose.
We've all been there.
I don't like that. I knew one guy who was so distraught over losing his wife to another guy because she and he were still talking a little bit.
Okay.
She had packed up all her stuff while he was at work. Drove up to from Dallas to whatever was one of those states far up north. Like right before you get to water.
Nebraska?
Michigan.
One of those.
Yeah.
Okay. Something like that. In fact, I think it was Michigan. Drives all the way up to Michigan. She and he are still talking on the phone. Okay?
Yeah.
And now he knows that she's up there with this other guy.
Right.
So for some reason she says, why don't you come on up? Even though she's now staying with this other guy, why don't you come on up and we'll talk about it? He was so distraught. Not only did he drive up there, he had a three-way with them just so he could sleep with her again.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh, that's traumatic. Because now you're watching some other guy. Oh.
That's how much he was wrapped up in her.
Oh, man.
That if he knew that was the only other way he was going to have sex with her again because he cared about her so much that he did that.
And drove all the way across the country.
Yeah.
And had to drive home with the memory of what he was leaving behind.
Oh, man.
Yike. That's painful.
I don't want none of that.
Yeah, you think?
Well, that's avoidable, though. You don't have to sign on for that. That guy didn't have to drive to Michigan.
We all do really stupid things when we get in a relationship.
Well, that's true.
I haven't made a really stupid mistake. Sans Trey. I haven't made a really stupid mistake in my life, and probably it's 2003. 5-6 years.
Yeah, that's good.
It's a good streak.
Did we finish news earlier?
Not really.
How many stories you do?
I can't remember 2 or 3.
Hold on. Go ahead, Sarah. Phone's down, buttons up.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey.
Yeah.
I think you're being a pussy.
I am.
Well, yeah.
I am?
I think that, that's part of life.
I don't care. And it's part of life that I choose. I don't want to play in it right now.
Oh, come on.
What's the matter with you? How many talk shows do you actually hear where they say F and jump off?
Yeah, but it's your show.
Well,
it's still federally licensed.
That make no difference. I like her now.
Okay.
The rules of time and space do not
You know what I mean, though?
I know. You walk up to the cliff and just jump off. I don't want to.
That's part of living.
I like the fact that every single day I get up, there is nobody I'm going to have to worry about. Do they still love me? Are they thinking about me? Are we going to do something tonight? How long before somebody else comes along and steals them from me?
You know what, though? But, think about the picture that turns you into. Think about that person. Do you really want to be that person?
I like being the person I am right now because I don't have to worry about anything. And do you really want me focusing on some chick and trying how I'm trying to keep her, or focus on this show?
Well, the great thing about it is you don't have to focus because look at it this way. The best of the relationships are like the beginning and the middle anyway. So if you jump off,
that's
fall in love with somebody, have a great time, have great sex, have that feeling, and then if it goes bad, what do you got to look forward to? And what hot sex in the beginning of a new relationship again, right?
But you always go through that recovery period where you try and go out and you get you some strange.
Yep.
And you can't because you're still thinking about the previous chick. I turned down a really hot chick and a chance for a three-way because I was still wrapped up in a previous chick who wasn't near as hot as the chick that wanted to poke me. I don't know what it is about this, but you absolutely lose your mind.
Yeah.
Did I lose you?
No, I'm still here, but I've lost you.
I know you do. You can't think of anything else.
That's all you focus on. I remember one time I took some sleeping pills, just like over-the-counter stuff, and just drank Corona Lights until I passed out.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. That's how I was distraught over this chick.
I know. Laying there in bed thinking she's with somebody else right now, this minute.
Right. Where is she? Is she at least thinking about me while she's pounding somebody else? And then you try and trick yourself, and you go, screw her. I don't deserve this.
Right.
I don't deserve her. And she certainly doesn't deserve me. F that bitch. I'm driving over to her house.
to tell her.
Yeah.
You better not be there. Yeah.
And then if they happen to answer the door, they don't open the door all the way. Yes. What are you doing? Nothing. Can I come in? Now's not a good time.
Yeah.
Yes. Is he in there now? Yes.
Oh, man. I know.
And then through the door, they threaten to call the police.
I know.
Bitches.
Well, but you're focusing on all the bad stuff. There's good stuff, too.
It's the bad stuff I don't like.
Well, of course.
And the bad stuff and a lot of times, far overpowers the good stuff.
Well, sometimes it does, but not always. And
I think I'm going to have to give up finding a chick. I really do.
Well, you're not going to.
I got plenty to go out with that are stupid enough to go out with me, but there's nobody that's going to be long-term.
You want a relationship, though. You said that. You missed that.
Okay.
So you have to get into it.
I don't miss the breakup part.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all going to end sooner or later.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
They don't all end. Some people date and can stay together.
Yeah.
No, I realize the odds are not in your favor.
Why don't you do the right thing with Joy?
Get over this. Quit it.
Why don't you guys?
We are happy with the way things are.
She's not.
Why don't you hook on up?
You don't know that.
Do the right thing. Get her a ring.
You don't know that she's happy the way things are.
Get her a ring.
We've had this discussion, she and I have.
I'll do the wedding for free.
No.
Come on.
No. Thank you, though. Thanks for the offer. Very kind.
Probably get a deal for you with the ring over at Richardson Gold.
She's happy the way things are.
No, she's not. She's a chick. She wants to get married. What is she, 30-something? Early 30s?
Right at 30.
Okay.
She and I have had the talk.
Yeah, I know you have. She wants to get married. Do the right thing. You love her?
Yes.
Do you love her?
Yes.
Do you love her like that good kind?
Yeah.
Or the kind where you just want to poke her and you're sick of her after 2 days?
Yeah. No. I'm kidding.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. No, I think of her. I do nice things. I just think about her all the time.
Do you see her ever going away?
No, she hasn't yet.
That's not the answer. That's not the question.
Do I ever see her going away? No.
Okay. Why don't you buy her a ring then?
We're not at that stage. That's not.
How much longer is it going to take?
How many years have y'all been together?
They're kids.
Do you love her?
Yes. There's a child issue.
Okay.
So
what about it?
When people get married, one person moves into the other house.
Okay.
I'm not in that position.
You don't like her kid?
I love her kid.
Okay. What's the problem with the kid?
Her child isn't just started school.
Okay.
She will not want to take him out of that school to bring him to my area, and I could not be able to drive out to where she lives and live there.
He just started school?
Yes.
Just now? Well, then it's not going to make any difference. I'll bet you money. I'll bet you money.
He's going to.
If you told her, let's get married, you're going to have to take the kid out of school and put him over in the ISD over here, she'd do it. If you threw in the marriage thing.
I promise you. Because the kid's going in the same elementary school that she went to.
So what? That's got nothing to do with anything. It's not the same kids. It's the same building.
She's got family out there. He'd have to go to daycare.
If you asked her to marry you, she'd do it. Ask her. Ask her. Ask her. If she's going to say no anyway, why not ask her? You got nothing to lose. Okay. If she's going to say no, how come you can't ask her? Why don't you ask her?
I'll ask her.
Call her right now and ask her.
She's busy.
Ask the woman.
She's busy.
Ask her.
Busy. Bother somebody at work? What kind of cad would I be?
I'll play some nice soft music. Get her on the phone.
No, we're not doing this on the air.
Come on.
No.
It's a fall book.
No.
Nice soft music.
No. Thank you, Dan. Thanks for the offer.
Hi, Catherine.
Hi.
Yes.
Russ?
Yes.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm still fine.
You're fine. You're pretty ruthless, aren't you?
I suppose.
No, I heard that lady call you earlier about wanting to meet up with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, why not give it a shot? I am younger than you.
Mm-hmm.
I am 40. But I'm told I look in my early 30s, and I was actually told I look.
You're the senior set today.
Did somebody leave the door open at the funeral home?
And I do like fast cars and everything.
Maybe Trey's army of undead is rising up against you.
Huh?
Everett's doing his own show over there in the corner. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
I missed it. You're 40?
Uh-huh.
And did you say you had any kids?
No kids, divorced, no kids. And when I was younger, I was going to play professional tennis, but I had to give it up because of my shoulder.
What's wrong with them? You got 3 of them?
Yeah, I do. Isn't that sad?
Hey, you got to ask.
Yeah. I had to cut the third one off.
Because you could see her showing up and go, hey, I told you there was something with my shoulder. You didn't say you were over quota.
Yeah, so they took the third one off. The second one didn't work as well, so I had to get out. I had to give all my stuff back to Adidas.
It's a dandy laugh.
Yeah.
How much you want to bet she smokes?
Yeah.
All right. Do you smoke?
Yes, I do.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I do. But I don't drink.
What do you smoke?
What do I smoke? Marlboro Menthol Lights.
Yeah, those hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are bad. I'm in the medical field. I should know better than that.
What do you do in the medical field?
I do CAT scans on people that smoke, and I get to see what happens to their lungs when they smoke. So I'm maybe not the brightest bulb. I'm smart, but I still do what I want. You know, kind of go against what you're supposed to do. But that's life. as such. But I know you got all these crazy women chasing after you. But I just thought it'd be fun getting to meet you, maybe see that Batmobile and everything.
Yes, I'm excited already.
Yeah. No, but...
Well, hold on a second. I'll get O'Malley to get your phone number. Do you have a number I can call yet?
Yeah.
All right.
I work normally till 7 at night.
Oh, perfect with my schedule.
Yeah, that's great. Sneak out.
Very excited. What part of town do you work in?
Well, I live in Plano.
Okay, so we can find some place to meet between here and there. Perfect.
That'd be great.
I'm excited. Hold on a second. Get rid of her. I'm not meeting people over the phone.
You're not going to meet people anywhere. You're afraid of love.
Yeah. And I'm truly, this chick is ideal. She really is. She's not crazy. She's beautiful.
I don't think he wants a relationship. And he wants fun, but he doesn't.
I do want a relationship. I just don't want all the bad crap that comes along with it.
You have to take it.
I don't want it. I want the good kind. I want the stuff. I want that relationship I had with Rachel back in 95 where everything was perfect. Oh, she just screwed it up because she wanted to have a kid.
Must have a child.
Should have had the vasectomy then, not tell her, and then go ahead and get married.
She would have cheated on you or left you by now.
Yeah, that wouldn't have worked out.
Been okay for a while.
For a while, and then it would have ended.
Maybe. She didn't leave me because I'm impotent.
She wanted a child.
And she couldn't find out that I was impotent. How would she find out?
She couldn't. Other than...
no doctor's going to tell her. I just go say, I go to the doctor.
Married? Don't they release that information?
You got to check ahead.
Sure.
You got to check with a spouse before you get a vasectomy.
And you're sterile. You're not impotent, I hope.
Yeah, I can still get it up. Yeah, I can still get it up.
Yeah, you might want to tell people that.
Yeah, that's why I just said. That's why I turned straight forward and just said, I can still get it up.
Just him going to his John Wayne stance.
Yeah,
I can still get it up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm sterile. Which means I can still get it up. Yeah, how's she going to find out?
Actually, you're right.
Fetner can't tell her anything. I'll say, we'll get her checked for a while, because I could probably milk that for a while. Something wrong with your eggs, go get your eggs checked.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, well, it's not my eggs. Well, then I'll go get my sperm checked. Honey, I'm sorry, it's me. I'm sterile, but I can still get it up.
Mm-hmm.
See?
And then she'll say, I want a baby.
Well, I can't help her at that point. Well, are you going to leave me because we're not going to adopt? You know what I would do to an adopted kid?
Oh, Lord.
Bad enough having my own where it's my own flesh and blood.
Yeah. You're going to have to find a chick.
The first day that she goes to work, I'm dropping that thing off at the shelter.
No, you're not. No.
How are we doing, Eddie? Break again? Yeah. Let me see if I want to talk to any of these. I like Katana.
Yeah.
She works really hard. She's smart.
Right.
Don't. We already know what the drawback is.
All right.
Line 10? What about her?
She's saying that you shouldn't get into a relationship because then it would just ruin the show.
No, I don't think it would.
I don't think so either.
Because sooner or later it's going to go belly up, and I'm absolutely going to freak, and I'm going to go back to the stuff that I used to do of driving around her house at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, standing on the back of my car, see over a fence and see if she's in there screwing somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
How's that going to ruin the show?
It's not. It's not.
You might actually have a good time occasionally, too.
I might, but I don't want to date the chick you're talking about.
Well, you don't have to even date her. Just meet her one time.
I don't want to. All right, when?
When would you like to go?
This weekend.
How about Saturday night?
Saturday night's fine. I don't have any plans.
All right.
You going to bring your girlfriend?
Yeah.
John, can you come?
Absolutely.
You want to bring Joy?
I can do that.
All right. And what's the code word? It's got to be something good. It can't be something obvious like, this chick's a skank, I got to get out of here.
I don't know. You want to sit next to me and just give me the eye. I know your eye by now.
Okay. That'll be fine. And don't do that thing that you've done to me before to where you don't do anything. I had one date one time. I went, all right, I'm picking this chick up at 7 o'clock. Some guy set me up with her. I want you to call me at 7:05. That phone needs to ring at 7:05. If she's hot, I'll go, hey, I'm going to have dinner. If she's not, I'll go, oh, my God, where are you? I'll come get you, and I'll hang up the phone. He don't call.
I forgot.
So then I got to go take this chick and feed her.
Oh, no. I forgot.
All the way to Denton just to pick up an ugly chick.
It was like 10:15. I went, oh my God.
Good job.
I know.
All right. We'll take a break. We'll be back. By the way, this is a bumper. I'm not doing a song.
Okay.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
I had some chick that was kind of cute that was sent a picture.
Yeah.
She had tattoos.
No.
And I mean a lot. She sent a back picture. She had one of those tattoos that started at her neck and went down to her shoulder blades. I don't like that at all.
Well, no. That's also indicative of some personality traits, I would think, too.
I've never understood the people that just, want one tattoo or a couple, whatever. Mm-hmm. But the ones that just start covering up an area, like Tyson. Mm-hmm. Now he's doing his head.
It's an addiction. You get one, and then you think, gee, I'll get another. And
I got one. I don't want any more.
I don't know. It seems like people...
You got one. You don't have any more.
No, I got two.
What do you have?
I got a shark on my leg.
Okay, what's the other one?
Serpent.
Where's that?
On my arm.
I never saw that. When'd you get that?
Oh, years and years ago.
I've never seen that. I don't like the tattoos. Plus, it reminds me of all the, the Korean gangs when I was in prison.
No.
Yeah, because they all had all the tats. And if they walked by you in prison, if they said, "What up, dog?"
Yeah.
It means they were going to eat you.
That doesn't mean that at all.
Yes, it does.
You would know. You were never in prison.
You know what?
No, you weren't.
So no chicks with tats. Sorry.
Even a little one above the butt?
I like that. That one's fine.
Yeah. And I dated one chick that had a little yellow rose right beside her front business. That was okay.
Yeah.
Couldn't even see it in a bathing suit.
Mm. Yeah, I dated a chick one time. It was a Rachel chick in the mid-'90s. Mm-hmm. She knew I wasn't big on tattoos. Mm-hmm. Right before we were going to have sex for the very first time, she's coming to bed, and she's still got her panties on. Her cans are out. Mm-hmm. She goes, "I got to tell you something before we do anything else." Oh, God, here it comes. Great. Well, let's see it.
What?
I figured she had a ding-dong.
No.
If you haven't taken your panties off, there's some reason for that. You got one of those tucked back things. Let me know if you're about to set it free, because I don't want to get popped in the eyeball.
And then you wouldn't have sex with her, of course.
She had nice cans.
No. Quit it.
What?
Nothing. It's a she-male.
Yeah. Anyway, she had a tattoo inside her panty line. Okay. That's what it was. Some little, one of those sun thingies. Mm-hmm. Smiling sun. Looked like something from the Partridge Family. I don't know what it was. And it took almost 5 minutes for me to get it out of her.
She knew you didn't like them.
Oh, that one was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, and at that point, you're not really caring whether or not she has a little tattoo.
No. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Jeffrey.
Hey, Russ.
Yep.
I'm on my way to my ex-wife's house, and the reason I'm going there is our dog that we got back in '94, amongst two other dogs that she has, is kind of old,
mm-hmm.
and she found out it had some sort of lymph cancer or something. But the dog still acts like he's okay. Occasionally he'll be tired and sleepy, but she basically set up an appointment for me tonight to come take the dog and have it put to sleep.
What'd the vet say?
Well, the vet told her, unless, he said that, the dog's not able to go outside of the bathroom. It's been having accidents in the house because, if the lymph node cancer is
that's a sign of kidney failure.
Mm-hmm. Huh?
That's a sign of kidney failure.
Yeah, it's eating away all his insides and stuff, but I was over there the other day and the dog was playing and wagging his tail, and it's just, I can't see myself being in the vet office here in an hour if he's wagging his tail and looking like he's happy, actually, having it done. So,
well, what was the recommendation of the vet? Did they say, you know what, there's nothing we can do? This is the only.
Well, they said it could be any time or a matter of time, but the thing is, my ex-wife wants me to do this because
just strike anybody as weird as people are now asking me for advice on putting their animals down.
She don't want the kids to
see
the dog dead. And so that's basically, the dog could possibly live another month, maybe even two, but, if
well, here's what you got to do. And here's what I finally had to do when I had a dog put to sleep last year.
Yeah.
Was you look at the dog and it's like, am I keeping this dog alive for me or for him? If you're doing it for the dog, that's fine. If you're doing it just because you don't want to turn loose of it, God, this is too serious. Mm-hmm. Then you got to, it's whatever's best for the animal, not for you. And that's going to be, even a vet won't say, we have to do this. They still leave that up to you.
Mm-hmm.
My stepmom, she's had 3 dogs that she's had to do it to, and she just told me, you just sit there and you hold the dog while the doctor, I mean, I've never done this, so I don't know what to expect or anything, but.
It sucks. There ain't nothing fun about it. I thought it's nothing like what I expected.
This was a dog.
I expected it to be an absolute party.
Oh.
This was a dog I found. I used to be a mailman. I used to deliver mail, and I found him on a route and brought him home.
Mm-hmm.
My kids were all happy. My daughter was only 4 then, and I mean, he's a beagle, and beagles are real cute, so it can be real hard.
Why don't you just climb on the table?
And I just want to know, if you were in my position, what would you do? I mean, in one way, I want the dog not to be in any kind of pain. And I don't know if he is or not when he's acting happy and stuff. But she says, see, I don't live there no more, but she says I just saw him in a good mood. That right after I left, he went off into a corner and was sleeping, and he sometimes growls at the other dogs and just doesn't want to. He can't control his bodily functions or anything anymore.
So the cancer's not treatable?
No.
Okay. Well, if it's not treatable,
it's too bad, they said.
All right. Well, so they've really already answered your question. Did they give a timeline? Did they say the dog's in pain?
They said, they gave us some steroids and said if he has steroids, he might be able to live another, maybe month or 2. But it's just she don't want the kids to come home and see the dog dead if we let it live naturally. So.
I understand, and you know what, dude, I'd love to be flippant. I don't have a flippant answer for you. This is a decision you got to make on your own.
Yeah.
If it were me, it's just like when I had this thing done last time. I spent thousands of dollars on a dog I only had a couple of months. So if you're asking me, I keep doing something. But that's just me. Sometimes you just got to stop.
Yeah.
And when it finally got to the point where the dog couldn't stand up, the puppy that I had, she couldn't stand up, she couldn't move. All she could do was blink her eyes. Her quality of life was gone. That was no longer the dog that was originally there. So I backed over with the car.
No, you didn't. I don't want to be faced with that. Well, I'm 10 minutes away from actually being there, and the appointment's at 6:30, so I guess I'll just see if I can go through with it, man. But I've never. And didn't JD go through something like that? Did he?
He didn't hang around. He dropped his dog off, and he let somebody else do the dirty work.
Nobody else did.
And his dog wasn't sick.
Yeah, JD's dog was healthy. He's only 11-year-old beagle. Probably had another good 30 years left in it.
He dropped it off and wasn't even there to watch it be put to sleep.
He wasn't put to sleep.
You don't know that. You dropped Boo off at an animal shelter.
You don't know that it was killed.
I'll guarantee you right now that dog is dead.
Well, now, 11 years later.
Yeah, the difference is you're doing it out of compassion. JD did it out of meanness.
I did not.
All right, so the vet's already said the cancer's terminal.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
All right, so now it's just a matter of time, and normally when you have cancer, you're in pain.
Okay, well, then I'll think of the dog, and I don't want him to be in pain, so.
But, I mean, when it all comes down to it, this is your decision. Don't come back to me later and say, hey, right before they jabbed the dog, he jumped up. But it was too late because they already hit him with a needle.
No, I won't do that. At that point, it'll be, it's just, I'm wondering if I'm walking in with him, if he's, wagging his tail.
It's going to be hard if you go to pick him up and he's having a good day.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. When I'm actually,
because I know when I finally go to have my parents put to sleep, they're going to pull that on me. Really? I'm having a good day. On the slab. I'm sorry. You got to go. It's out of my hands. I've already talked to McNeil. On the slab. In all seriousness, I'm sorry about your friend. That words don't even. So I'm not even going to throw them out.
Yeah, well, I just thought, you might be able to help. And you have. Don't worry. I mean, you've helped me out, but I'll just have to do what I have to do.
And you know what? If it makes you feel better, don't do it tonight. Talk with the vet and say, hey, can you keep the dog here overnight so I got time to think about it?
You think they'll do that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see if I can do that.
And that way you don't have to make this decision right now.
Okay. Well, cool, man. I appreciate it, Russ.
You're more than welcome.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Hate being a pussy. Guy's dog. I don't know him. I don't know his dog, and now I'm sad. Sorry. Of course, we've all been through that. We've all had to put dogs to sleep, or just had them die.
Died in my arms, yeah.
How did that happen? I thought you dropped her off.
No, a boxer.
Oh, was this one you strangled?
I didn't strangle any of my dogs. Why are you?
I like the way you say that. You make it sound so compassionate. Died in my arms. They strangled the life out of it.
No, I didn't. She had a heart attack.
From you strangling them?
No. No. I'm glad I was there when
You had to be. That's the way you kill something. You have to be there.
I did not kill it.
Unless you abandoned it like you did the other dog.
I did not kill it, and I did not abandon the other one. Quit making me out to be some monster.
I'm surprised when you go into an animal shelter, all the animals don't play dead. So you don't adopt them. I don't want none of that.
I hate boxers.
I'd rather live here in a little 3x3 foot box in my own stool. I don't want to go home with him.
All of a sudden, everything falls quiet at the shelter. Oh, yeah. He's here.
Dogs love me.
It's the head of C Block. The head's here, but he play dead. All the animals freezing their tracks.
No, they don't.
Don't take me home. I'm dead. Mm-hmm. Pull out a little doggy gun.
Stop it. Quit it. My boxer died of a heart attack in my arms. I wasn't strangling it.
A little Pekingese commit Harry Carey right before you get to it. That a Chinese dog? Yeah. You get the joke.
Yeah, I got it.
All right. How are we doing, Eddie? All right. Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Do you feel better today?
Yes? Why?
I was just checking.
Who is this?
It's Randy.
Oh, the trainer.
Oh.
You coming up?
Well, yes. If you feel like working out today, I was just checking.
Can we do upper body?
Yeah.
Normally when we do the legs and stuff, I get winded, and right now, with my lungs the way they are, I can't do anything really bad.
Okay.
Okay.
When are we going to dinner?
Oh, gosh.
Randy, it's JD. He's totally safe. Why don't you just food? Just dinner.
Yeah. Why can't we just go to eat? Why do you got to have witnesses?
Nothing's going to happen.
I don't know. This will probably be a little safer.
Safer what? What do you think's going to happen? I got it. And I already told you. I'll make up stuff regardless. I said, let's go to eat. I didn't say anything else. I don't know what you think I'm going to do. I go to eat with people all the time and nothing happens.
I know you do. And I know, I'm sure.
Just focus on the bag of frozen cheese.
He's not like this at a dinner. He's not like this off the air.
She's been around me off the air. She's been around me.
See, that's the problem. I know how you are off the air, but not everyone else does.
Okay, so what's the problem?
You'll lie about it.
I tell you what, if we go to eat, I won't say anything. No mention on the air, no mention to JD, nobody on the show.
Well, I was just calling to see if you felt better, if you felt like working out today.
See, she ain't going to do it.
I guess.
Tired of chasing this one. Yeah, I'll be here.
Okay, what'd you do last?
I don't know. I pushed some stuff around. Something with weights.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
See you.
See?
She's afraid.
Why didn't she just say no? It's just that you could just tell she doesn't want to. Why didn't she just say no?
She does want to. She's afraid of you.
Yeah. What am I going to do? I'm not going to do anything untoward.
I know.
To her.
I know.
She doesn't know that for sure, though, and she hears the
stories.
She hears things that go on in the show and the stories that you tell about other chicks, and she's afraid that she'll.
I just told her I wouldn't say anything. I'm a sensitive guy. I know when to shut my ass.
And it shows, but nevertheless.
I'm nice to chicks. I got a sensitive side. I just talked to that guy about his dog.
Yes, you did.
You did.
I got teary. There's a sensitive side.
But it's...
Now shut up and spread them.
That's exactly what she's afraid of.
What if I cried?
No.
Give me the dog point.
No. Oh, you want the dog point?
You got it?
Yep. Dog point is...
What's the name of that dude going to put his dog to sleep?
I don't know.
Now's the time to listen. This will keep you from doing it.
Don't do this.
This will keep you from doing it.
You sure you wanted to not do it?
I don't think... He's still got that doubt in his mind, and that's one of those things. You know, give it a day. If the dog's not going to die tonight and the dog's not in pain, that's the biggest question. I don't know if I ever got answered.
Right. I don't think you ever asked him.
If the dog's not in pain, then he's got another night. Think about it. Go through it in your head. Decide, am I doing this because it's having the dog pee in the house is inconvenient? Right. If that's why I'm doing it, that's the wrong reason. If I'm doing it just so the dog can stay alive so I don't have to say goodbye, that's the wrong reason. But if you're doing it because the dog doesn't need to die, that's the right reason.
Right.
Yeah.
See? Look how sensitive I am. Why wouldn't she want me?
She does want you.
She's just afraid.
Eddie, go put the cheese in the freezer.
See?
What?
Every time you say something nice, you counter it with go get a bag of cheese and a hammer.
I am.
You're going to what?
I'm going to get the cheese and the hammer. Dangle that cheese in her face?
Yeah.
Look at this, frozen bag of cheese.
I get the schmack.
I'll do this, then we'll break.
Oh, boy.
Give me a dry bumper in. Here we go. Any money on this one? Because I'm already kind of teary as it is.
Yeah.
Throw some cash in?
I'll put some cash. So you don't make this one.
Everett?
No, you're not going to make it.
All right. How much?
$50.
I'm in 50.
You want some, Dan? 10? Eddie? $2? Yeah. Oh, okay. Somebody ain't been keeping the change here lately.
I understand.
Lee not letting you keep the change?
She's been gone for a week.
Oh, she got all the money?
Yeah. You don't know where she hides the piggy bank or anything?
I want to talk about it.
Wow. All right, so 50 apiece? Mm-hmm. 50. 10 for Dan, 2 for Eddie.
Yes.
All right. I remember bringing you home. You were so small and cuddly with your tiny paws and your soft fur. You bounced around the room with eyes flashing and ears flopping. Once in a while, you'd let out a little yell just to let me know that was your territory. Making a mess of the house and chewing on everything in sight, it became a passion. And when I scolded you, you just put your head down, look up at me with those innocent eyes as if to say, I'm sorry, but you know I'm going to do it again as soon as you're not watching. As you got older, you protected me by looking out the window and barking at everyone who walked by. When I had a tough day at work, you'd be waiting for me, wagging your tail just to say, welcome home, I missed you. You never had a bad day, and I could always count on you to be there for me. When I sat down to read the paper and watch TV, you would hop on my lap looking for attention. You never asked for anything more than just for me to pat your head so you could go to sleep with your head on my leg. As you got older, you moved around a little more slowly. Then one day, old age finally took its toll, and you couldn't stand on those wobbly legs anymore. I knelt down, patted you lying there, trying to make you feel young again. You just looked up at me as if to say you were old and you were tired, and after all these years of not asking for anything, you had asked me for one last favor. With tears in my eyes, I drove you one last time.
I'm doing it too. Sorry.
There ain't no stock in being a pussy.
I know that.
$50 in it for me, though.
Good. With tears in my eyes, I drove you one last time to the vet. One last time you were lying next to me. And for some strange reason, you were able to stand up in the animal hospital. Perhaps it was your sense of pride. As the vet led you away, you stopped for an instant, turned your head, and looked at me as if to say, thank you for taking care of me. I thought, no. Thank you for taking care of me. Then they took you away and squashed your head.
Quit it.
Take your cash.
Thank you.
Yes.
We'll be back.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
The 2003 Russ Martin Show police fire and military parade posters and DVDs are on sale now at russmartin.com.
Well, now I'm getting bummed out.
No.
Plus, you look up at the clock, and you know at 6:30 that guy's going to be having his dog put to sleep.
Yes. Maybe he won't after that.
Yeah, maybe he'll wait a day.
I don't see any downside in it.
No.
We do news last.
We never really finished it. It's been over an hour.
Hey, I just found this. Do you remember me doing a song? Gary is my honey. Sheets are wet and runny.
No. I don't remember that one.
I wrote it. I found it in my notes, and I can't remember if I ever did it or not.
It's always fun to do it again. Unless you did it. I don't remember.
All right. We'll do this, and then we'll do news. Okay. Plus, we haven't heard from Gary in a while.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember if I did this. What is it, Don?
You never did it on the air. I'd have remembered that one.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right, thanks. You know who that is?
Don Sierra.
Guy that runs russmartin.info. Anytime there's a question that comes up, we might as well just check with him.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I like going to the website just to listen to the audio clips.
I know.
I learn a lot about the show. I'm serious.
I do too.
There's some of the stuff just looks stupid in print, though.
Well, it's good on the air.
All right. Or why I never did this.
I just put it aside, waiting for Gary to call.
Oh, I don't think I've finished it because it just ends with 2.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Gary is my honey. Sheets are wet and runny. Yellow from all his pain. Oh, my love runs for him. I asked for tambourine?
No. Sorry. Put it down. Didn't work, did it? I'm sorry.
What is it with you lately? You don't think about anything before you do it.
I was trying to help.
I asked for any help?
No.
Did I say throw in some tambourine?
No.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing.
You do the spot for L.A.
Yes.
You know we're not promoting that. Well. You smack a spider off Eddie. You don't tell him you're about to whack a spider off of him. You're not thinking these things out.
It was about to get in his hair.
That didn't make any difference. You say, hey, Eddie, I'm about to swat at you. You're not thinking of ramifications here recently. What's the matter with you? You get your drug test?
No, I don't need a drug test.
I wish I could afford a CAT scan.
I don't need a CAT scan.
Now I got to start again. Quit it.
My bad.
Is that the same guy? Yes, Jeffrey?
Hey, Russ, man, this sucks, dude. I got the dog with me right now, and of course he's having a great day and chipper as can be, and of course my ex-wife starts crying. I try to convince her, you know, hey, I'll buy the steroids, and she says no, she just insists that it's too hard and all this stuff.
Screw her. Yeah, I don't think you ever told us later. Is the dog in pain?
He doesn't know. I mean, he seems to be fine, chipper and wagging his tail. He was excited whenever we were holding the leash because he knows that means go for a walk.
Right.
And
I miss Trey.
Quit it.
I heard you call, man. It almost got me. I'm like, damn. Your dog didn't help my situation before I even got the dog in the car yet.
You know what? We need to call, who's that hot vet that I know? The one that watches, looks over at Abby.
I don't know.
It's Dr. Mitchell, isn't it? Yeah. Do you have her phone number, Dan? Maybe she'll call. Maybe. All right, so what are you going to do? I still like the idea of giving it a night to think about it.
Yeah, but then I'm faced at the same time tomorrow with this damn situation.
Well, but you're not going to go back later and think, hey, did I do the right thing? You got a little time to think about it. You're not feeling rushed. The dog's not in any pain. This is not something you want to go back 10 years later and go, damn.
Oh, I know. I don't even want to go home tonight and go to sleep and think about what I just did. I mean, it's screwing my whole evening up.
Yeah.
But
how old is the dog?
He's about, I'd say 12.
Okay.
He's about 12 or 13.
What kind of dog is it again?
He's a beagle.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
John, you want to take this?
Don't. I knew you were going to do that.
But you have experience with beagles.
Smaller dogs live longer, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, this beagle probably will live to be 14, 15.
I did find out that my ex-wife told me that if we kept him on steroids, that the vet said he could live another year, but then again, he could only live another 2 weeks or a month.
Well, at this point, is your friend worth gambling on?
To me, yeah.
Okay, well, then you answer your own question.
All right.
You did. I mean, if your friend's worth the steroids and the money that's going to go with that, and the 12 years of friendship that dog's given you is worth the money, then I'd say do it.
Okay.
We're just talking about the car right now.
The only thing is, unfortunately now, at my house, my new girlfriend, fiance, doesn't want the dog in the house.
Well, you know what? You know what that falls under? That's too damn bad.
Yeah.
You don't ever want to put me in a position to choose over my dog.
Why would she not want the dog in the house?
Because
he's having problems with his kidneys.
Yeah, the peeing all over the house and stuff.
Then you go rent a carpet machine. Your buddy, your dog, your friend is worth renting a carpet machine.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Smack her with a hose while you're cleaning it.
Yeah.
I don't want that dog in here. He's going to pee.
Yeah, I mean, and the dog, he used to be real good about going outside and stuff.
I know.
That's real sad to see.
Well, I like the steroid idea, and you never know. Maybe the steroids will help with the. Did you get Dr. Mitchell on the phone? One time I want to talk to her, we can't find her. Mm-hmm. I would put it on hold for tonight.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this vet. It's out here in the colony.
Well,
so I don't know how.
See what they tell you. Let us. Yeah. When you leave the vet, let us know what you did, because now I'm curious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the vet. I'm going to talk, because I haven't talked to the vet at all.
Yes.
And I'm just going to see exactly what he says.
Perfect.
And if he really thinks this dog has a chance to live another year, then I'm going to make that decision.
Dandy.
So, okay, I'm going to do that, and then I will call you back.
That'll be fine. Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
I don't care how stupid this sounds. I don't care how bad the radio show is right now. I feel bad about him and his dog.
Too.
It's a tough spot because, the vet's word isn't necessarily a hard and fast rule. Daisy, my border collie, they said that she wouldn't live another year, and that was almost 2 years ago. She has arthritis so bad in her lower back they thought it was bone cancer, and they had to send the x-rays off somewhere else to have them reviewed by a specialist.
Right.
And they came back and said, no, she's just got really severe arthritis. There's no way she's going to make it another year. And she's, blazing along. I mean, she has good days and bad days, but I give her a couple of different types of pain medication, and she makes it through.
What does she do around the house?
She does pretty much what she wants to. Some days she's kind of sore. You can tell she's not as active, but most days she plays with the other dogs and
she get excited when you get the leash?
Yeah.
I miss Trey.
Quit it. Quit.
No tambourine.
None.
Gary is my honey. Sheets are wet and running, yellow from all his pee. Oh, my love grows for his hairy behold. Smells like Chef Boyardee. Even though I'm famous, I'll spit on his anus, so I don't have to donkey punch. Oh, my love grows for his hairy behold. It spewed out Nestle's Crunch. There's something about the smell of his bed that really spins my head. He's the chicken of the pea. That's all I got.
Very nice.
That's why I never did. I never finished it. Just says Gary's really swell, and then I'm in. There. Lighten up the dog thing.
Got it.
All right, you want to try news?
Want to?
Okay. All right, 626, JD Ryan's on Live 105.3.
Thank you, Russ. Brought to us by Service King, where you will find our very own Eddie tomorrow in Louisville at Corporate Drive from 11 till 1. Tons of tickets for qualifying races that happen in October. That'll be tomorrow, Service King. Women suffer worse from hangovers than do men, according to the American psychologists, who say they've developed the first scientific method for measuring post-alcohol hangovers. Hangovers hit women harder even after accounting for the differences in the alcohol consumed and body size. Why good?
They deserve it.
They deserve it. This finding makes biological sense because women tend to weigh less and have lower percentages of total body water than do men, so they should achieve higher degrees of intoxication and more hangover per unit of alcohol. The study also found that hangovers were more likely to affect individuals with a personal history of alcohol problems or with at least one biological parent with an alcohol-related problem. Yesterday, the group named Paris released its latest joint. It's called Sonic Jihad. I'm not sure if you can get it to your local Walmart or whatever. But
what is a joint?
It's the latest, just this latest CD. Their latest thing.
I've never heard a CD called a joint.
Okay, sorry.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Some more code?
I guess. It's in the story. I don't know.
Yeah, how dare you read it ahead of time?
I've read it ahead of time.
Obviously you didn't.
Obviously I did.
What's a joint?
It's a CD.
Not when I was growing up.
Well,
we smoked 8-tracks.
And on the cover, they show a passenger plane on a crash course with the White House. Paris is one of those militant type of rappers. Truly believes that September the 11th was an inside job. He even produced a video called Aftermath, Unanswered Questions from 9/11. Video basically asks and attempts to answer questions that mainstream media has chosen to ignore about September the 11th. Some include, what did the Bush administration know and when? And why wasn't the U.S. military able to intercept the hijacked planes? This Paris went on to say, I wanted to do a record that didn't portray African Americans as buffoons or pimps or gangsters or any type of other bull crap that white corporations shove down our throat. Rap will change if I can help it. Two NBC stations have yanked a racy series called Coupling before its premiere. WNDU in South Bend, Indiana, and KSL in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Oh, listen to this email that just came in. You know the nut kid from yesterday?
Off the show, yes.
Yeah, was walking around the building. He just emailed the dog with cancer.
Yeah.
Give it the coral calcium.
Oh, Jesus.
What's wrong with this kid?
He's a nut.
He tried to come up to the station night before last or before that ever, tried to get in. Okay. JD tells him to get lost, you're on private property. Eddie tells him, O'Malley tells him, they call the cops. Cops come out and they go, you're on private property. He goes, no, it's not. So then they write him a ticket for a criminal trespass. Right. They take a picture of him. And he calls the next day, nobody told me to leave.
What's his beef? Why does he want to be here?
He wanted to come up and make sure I got my packet of coral calcium.
That he said drop something off for Russ, and he was here to see Russ. And he was running up and down this alley back here. Ask him what he drives. Like, what are you going to do, run up to his car? Yeah.
It's what he told me on the air yesterday. I was going to wait for you to leave and run up to your car.
What a nut.
He was acting very stoned. The police officers determined he wasn't, but he was falling off the curb. I asked him what kind of car he drove. He had the look.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I mean, what else? Oh, he sat down right outside that glass at the front. Started talking to himself. Telling himself jokes.
Not a good sign.
Yeah. So we just waited for the cops at that point. I quit telling him to leave at that point. And that's why he said I tricked him. Because I didn't say, get out of here, I'm calling the cops. Because at that point, I wanted the cops to get his ID.
It's clearly your fault.
Yes. I tricked him.
Running around like an idiot, talking to himself, making jokes.
Yeah.
I miss Trey.
Stop it. Two NBC stations, I already told you, pull that show Coupling. NBC has hyped the show as a sexually charged show about 6 30-somethings and their exploits sexually. NBC is looking for alternative stations to air Coupling in South Bend and Salt Lake City. That ought to be on tomorrow night? Yeah. And finally, talk show host David Letterman found a bear in his cabin over the weekend and called on the help of a local teenager when the bear refused to leave. Letterman told viewers at a late-night show about the bear that came into his home before the crack of dawn and started rummaging around his kitchen. Letterman continued to sleep, thinking maybe somebody was fixing him breakfast or so. About an hour later, he decided to investigate. And there, as he said, standing in my kitchen, is the largest bear I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know how big it is, but it's the biggest bear I've ever seen in my kitchen. That's when Letterman turned to a local guy named Brandon Leiter. He's a senior at the local high school, came over with some M80s and scared the bear out of the house. That's news and information.
I never saw that story.
You never saw the one about Letterman?
No. Yeah. When did that happen?
Over the last weekend. But it came on the wires today on Fox News.
So just so I got this right, you did a story on a bear in Letterman's house, but you totally ignored Bush's speech to the United Nations?
Yeah.
Okay.
News and information. I'm J.D. Ryan, Live 105.3, The Talk that rocks Texas.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show on Live 105.3, The Talk.
Do you watch the news?
I do.
You didn't bring it up yesterday. You didn't bring it up today.
Bush's speech?
Yeah. Did you see it?
No.
Were you aware of it?
Yeah, I read about it. In front of the
United Nations.
Those people.
Yeah.
It didn't much happen. Wasn't much accomplished. And,
I just wonder why he did it.
I think just as a popularity move. I mean, obviously.
He didn't address anything.
No.
Well,
what?
I was just going to say they've lost all credibility after the whole Iraqi war deal.
And it took him forever to get to the point. Like, why is it you just, well, first of all, he's doing the speech and you're looking at the crowd and it's a bunch of stone faces. Mm-hmm. Ain't no way I'd want to make a speech to those things.
Right.
Because they can, as he does the speech, you can't show a reaction because it may look like you're agreeing or disagreeing with what he said. So they all got to stay stone faced.
Right.
He didn't address the weapons of mass destruction.
He addressed nothing.
Talked about, what did he talk about then?
Well, go ahead.
What did he talk about?
Stuff.
Which one?
I don't remember.
How much?
All of it. Didn't address the weapons of mass destruction, and
I just talked about going to, why is it you just can't come up and go stand in front of them, and instead of taking 30 minutes to say this, get up and go, look, we thought there was something going on in Iraq. We didn't find any weapons of mass destruction. That's fine. If we've hurt our credibility, I'm okay with that. Here's what we need. We need help for the United Nations to do this other stuff. We're still going to give money to Africa. We're still going to do HIV research, all this other stuff. Mm-hmm. That's done. Why has it got to be this long, drawn-out production?
I don't know.
Because as he's running his mouth, I don't mean this in any bad way, but as he's doing his speech, he's not going to address the fact that we didn't find anything.
No.
Right.
He addressed the fact that we did go in. What he should have said was, we didn't find any weapons, but here's the good thing. We liberated the Iraqi people. The rape rooms are gone. The torture chambers are gone. Saddam's no longer in power. Never said that. Never said we didn't find anything.
The positive things that came out of the war.
I mean, he addressed the things that we did do, but danced around of what everybody wanted to hear him say was the weapons of mass destruction. We didn't find them.
Well, and even the Iraqi people, in a strange sort of way, are big fans of what has happened. There was a poll that came out recently that said that I think about 70% of Iraqis think that in 5 years things in Iraq will be better than they would have been had Saddam Hussein remained in. Yeah, and like 8% think they'll be worse. 8%.
They're not really happy with the way things are right now.
Right.
But in 5 years, they feel that it's going to be a lot better had Saddam hung around.
Exactly.
But the other thing weird in that was very few of them feel safe now. Did you see that?
Yeah, I think that's due to the civil unrest. I mean, there's no, the police force isn't what it was, and obviously you don't have a dictator running around killing people and taking people off the streets for no apparent reason.
Yeah. I don't even know why I went before the UN. We don't need them. We really don't. If we decided we want to be the big a-hole on this planet, we'd take it over, stomp everybody flat, we go over to Iraq, Iran, get any oil that we needed. You don't want to give it to us, we'll take it.
Yeah.
We could do all that, but we don't. We don't have to give money away for humanitarian aid, but we do.
Correct.
But we're still the bad guys because we're the warmongers. Forget all the good stuff that we do. All right, so we went over some place and they didn't have no weapons and we killed a bunch of people. So what?
Sorry.
Yeah. Bush flies over, looks over. We don't see no weapons of mass destruction. He goes, oh.
Yeah, I think that's the worldwide perception is exactly what he did. Oh.
We're going after weapons of mass destruction. Mm-hmm. We can't find any. Oh. And we do all of this stuff for everybody else. When was the last time you heard France was going to give $3 or $4 billion in humanitarian aid to somebody?
Anybody.
Nobody.
We're the only people that I know of, unless I'm missing something, that do this for everybody else, and they'll still call us decadent. They'll still call us, a capitalistic, sex, pornography-driven country. Forget all the other stuff. We need to lock down the borders, take care of this country, and screw everybody else.
We'll never do that. That's not our deal.
What if we did it for a year?
We'll never do it. It'll never pass. Oh,
jeez. Better hope I never get in the White House.
Pass.
I'll stink it.
Yes, you will.
Bush said we were... Do what, Reagan?
I was just going to say during the speech, the president did say that did bring up weapons of mass destruction and said he was confident that we would still find some.
I missed that part, but that's a dandy way out.
That's embarrassing at this point, almost.
Yeah, we're still looking for them. They could be someplace. It's a big country.
Well, there's less than 40% or less than 40% of the areas that we want to search have been checked out yet.
Yeah. We don't know
They've got a lot to check.
It's there.
There ain't nothing there.
No, there's nothing.
Thanks, Reagan. We're even building parts of Iraq. We're not rebuilding. We're building. We're giving them stuff that they never had. Anybody say thank you? No. So we missed a couple of times. Blew up some hospitals.
Oh. He didn't say that about the hospital.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
Should have done what I suggested when this thing got started. Take a bunch of big tanks and stuff in there and do some throwdown WMDs.
Yes.
Go, look, see that? They scraped that flag off.
I was going to say.
That's got an American flag on it. Oh! All right, I'm done.
Okay.
All right, we'll be back.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
All right, so you're going to have an answer by Friday on the producer?
Yes, if you want me to.
I didn't pick Friday, you did.
Give myself some time. Yes, Friday. Or unless you like the way things are going, they have gone awfully smooth last
Well,
week.
here's my fear.
Okay.
Is we'll wait too long.
Yes.
And they'll go, hey, they don't need a producer. And they eliminate that position.
Yeah.
Because you know how they are.
Yes, I do.
Everybody's working double time, right?
Yeah. Things are getting done. But
everybody's working double time, right?
Yes.
All right.
Struggling, but making it. Just barely.
He just ain't getting it.
I know.
What's wrong with you recently?
Nothing. I'm doing great. I feel great. I'm sleeping well.
I'm with you. I think the CAT scan's a good idea.
Who could afford it?
I don't know. They charge by weight or volume?
I don't know. Maybe we do it in parts. Get half of it done?
No.
And then later?
Yeah. Just get on an installment plan.
Yeah.
Just do a section at a time.
Good plan. I want Trey back.
Why?
Because you guys picking on me more now that he's gone.
No, we're not.
Yes, you are.
We're concerned about your health.
No, you're not. You just don't have anybody else to pick on.
We'll get somebody.
I just decided Trey.
Trey don't want to come back. We can't get a hold of him.
I know.
Yeah, you have to find him before you can predict.
Yeah,
I know.
You know where Dan Lewis is?
Yes.
Wow.
What?
Nothing. You just must hate Dan.
I don't hate Dan.
To be so reluctant.
I don't hate Dan at all.
Well, how many qualified applicants do you have at this point? Qualified.
Yeah. Ever try it. Dan's the best one.
And as the head guy in the show, you make the decision. Mm-hmm. Then call him and tell him
yours.
Come to work. That's not fair to put
because
that on me.
You guys are going to work around whoever the new producer is more than me.
So should it be Eddie and I's decision together?
Sure.
Okay. Eddie, how do you feel about that? Can't we
Eddie
wait?
Wants to wait.
Yes.
All right, fine.
I'll have a decision for you Friday.
You guys are the ones that are doing more work right now.
But that's true, but this is a producer for your show, so I mean, you have to vibe with.
All right. I can't think of anybody off my head.
There's one guy that used to produce for the for Bo and Jim, not Bo Roberts currently, but Bo and Jim a long time ago.
Yeah.
He's now in Houston. Who's sending me a resume.
Okay. What's up with Bo?
You know what? I don't know. I've heard through the grapevine that he's not happy.
Has he not been on the air this week?
He wasn't on Monday or Tuesday. I don't know about today.
Okay.
And he's not sick. I think they're asking him to modify the show, and he's not wanting to do it. And so there's.
What do they want him to do?
I don't know. Probably, I don't know. Bring it into the 90s, maybe.
Damn!
Sorry.
John!
I'm sorry. Wow. He's still doing the same stuff he was doing in the 80s. A lot of the same bits. And I think maybe that's their deal. I heard that's not from anybody directly. That's just a rumor.
And what else?
That's all. What?
Nothing.
That's all. And so I believe he sat home for a few days just to think. There's a power struggle going on. And the ratings are not good, and they know it.
Is he still doing the...
That's where Dan has an application in.
Over at the Bone?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that would make sense if they're if there's a shakeup going on, that they're looking to bring in somebody that's been on a successful show.
Is he still doing Barbecue Bob?
Still doing that.
I like Barbecue Bob. Is he doing that little ninja thing?
Mm-hmm.
That always made me laugh.
Mr. B. Woogie.
Is he doing... He is not.
Yes.
He's not.
Yes. It's just odd because, there's two other guys that work there, and they'll be going off on some direction that looks like it's potential, and Bo will just stop right in the middle and go, Professor B. Woogie's next, and they have a commercial. And they're like, what happened? Huh?
It's very abrupt.
Yeah. It just changes directions.
So what would you suggest? If he's still in the 80s. What an ugly thing to say.
That's none of my business. It's just a little bit of the same show he did with Bo and Jim, and that's all. I believe they want him to update the act a little bit. And I don't think he wants to.
You need to get some crazy Asians in there. They're always fun.
It's always fun. Yeah. It's always fun. So they are retailing, from what I understand, the morning show at least. Maybe more.
Well, that's too bad. I like Bo.
I do too.
Say we have another break before Liz? Yes, we do. Swell. Hi, Jeff.
Hey, Russ.
Yes?
Hey, we'll be able to end your show on a good note. I went ahead and left the dog there at the vet because he said I could, think about it and stuff.
Right.
And he pretty much told me what my ex-wife told me about his condition and stuff. But I just got off the phone with my fiance, and she was saying that I can just bring him home tomorrow. And we had another dog that's a beagle, too, that he was like buddies with.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to talk to my ex-wife about bringing his buddy home and keeping both of them in the backyard and bringing them in occasionally under supervision until, his name is Snoopy, which is another cool thing, until he, until it's his time. So for right now, I'm not going to make that decision.
Hold on a second. Everett, let those have a chance to stink.
Why do I want to smell them first?
It's my studio. If I want to fart and smell my own farts, I want to smell them. Stop spraying that. At least let it stink before you let the thing fly.
I know it's going to stink.
I don't care what you know. You don't want to smell it? Go out in the hall.
All right. I'll work one up, too.
This is not your studio. I'll fart in your courtroom.
You could.
I don't want to. All right. So you're going to wait until tomorrow? Or are you just going to wait in general?
Going to wait in general. I'm going to take him home. I'm going to pick him up tomorrow and take him home and get the steroids and just let him live out as long. If he starts to suffering where I'm noticing it real bad, then I'll do the right thing. But
that's what we're going to do to Trey.
Yeah.
I thought Trey was gone. Is he still there?
No, we can't find him. He got loose.
We got signs up.
We put posters up.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, thanks, man. So at least it's on a good note. He's not going to croak today.
Well, I think you done right.
Yeah, I appreciate it. You helped out, actually.
I'm glad we could.
So, thanks, man.
You bet.
All right.
What are you holding up?
Nothing. I'm just getting the plugs just to see if everything's in order.
All right. One more break. We'll be back.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin.
All right. We're about done here. What are you doing tonight?
I'm going to share.
Okay.
Yeah. Why?
Just checking.
About what? Why? Why you asking?
Where you were going.
Why?
I just got this suspicion.
About?
You're going to go see somebody.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
I'm out.
Of course you don't.
Well, tell me.
It's probably the safest answer.
All right. What is he talking about, Everett?
I'm not going to rat you out on
I'm going to go see someone?
Mm-hmm.
Who is I going to go see?
Nobody.
Tell me now. You're bugging me.
No.
I told you last week I was going to Share on Monday.
Okay. Then go to Share. Have a good time.
I'm out. Okay.
Would you prefer that we drop it?
I would prefer you to say it.
Mm-mm.
Well, now you're leaving suspicion in the air.
Good.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. It just came out.
It certainly did.
What is it, Steve? Steve.
Yes.
What? Dolt. What?
I've been trying to find out the Flintstone joke for years.
The what joke?
Flintstone joke.
Oh, I can't tell that. I'm not black.
Oh, man.
You gotta be black to tell it. I won't let anybody on the air to say it. Maybe between now and the end of the plugs, if some black guy calls up, we'll get him to tell it.
Oh, boy.
Whatever. What?
Who do you think I was going to go see?
I figured you'd sneak over to see L.A. over at What's It's.
Oh. No, I'll go tomorrow night.
Oh, really?
It's not okay if I go see her?
You go right ahead.
What's wrong with that?
We're mad at her.
I'm not talking about her on the air. I'm just going to go by and say hi.
Why?
Just because.
Fine, go ahead.
Well, I won't if you don't want me to.
No, go right ahead.
Never mind. I won't go. That's great. I'll get you and Joy mad at me at the same time. That'll be just great. My head will actually explode. No, that's okay. I won't go see her. I didn't know that was a touchy subject of me, just what I do in my personal time.
That reminds me, do you know we were supposed to drop the atomic bomb on another city instead of Nagasaki?
Really?
Yeah. Just what? JD talking about his head exploding. I just saw this great big mushroom cloud. Do that. Put little bitty warships right around your neck.
Trey, please call me. You have a job. Come back.
I just pictured a couple of screaming Japanese on his shoulders.
Yeah. I want to say the city was something like Kokura. But it had to be a clear day to drop the big goose egg on them.
Right.
And that day it was cloudy over that city, so Nagasaki got it.
Wow.
Makes me wrath. Sorry. Okay, take this, then we'll go. Yes, Chad?
JD, you're a damn traitor going to CLA.
Why? She's a friend of the show.
Hey, your boss is mad.
She's not a friend of the show anymore.
She's still a friend.
Yeah.
You're not promoting where she is.
Fine. And your voice is still on that spot after I'd asked you several times to take it off.
Lee cannot take it off. He says David will be here in the morning. It'll be off. David will be here. He's the only one that knows how to get in there and remove that.
Thanks, Chad.
All right.
Fine. What?
Okay. Do as you wish.
I won't go.
I don't care what you do. Get $1,500, go on a fantasy date with her.
Stop it. I wouldn't do that.
I think it's the fact that you even want to go that's so disturbing.
Why?
You, as my friend, are supposed to hate the same people I do.
I didn't know you hated her. I just thought you weren't going to promote her and she's not doing any dates, according to Vinny.
Well, I've gotten two stories out of Vinny. First of all, he said, I can't control what she does when she's here. Yeah. Then he comes back and says, well, it's in her contract, and she can't do anything without my approval. Which one is it? That's why something's going on, and they're hiding something, and I ain't promoting it, and I ain't going to see her. I don't care if it is her birthday.
Okay.
You go and do whatever you want.
If you hate her, then I won't go.
I didn't say I hate her.
You just said I'm supposed to hate the same people you hate.
You are.
I do. I didn't know you hated her. I didn't know she was on the hate list.
Go ahead and go.
I don't want to now.
It's a little too late for that, I think.
Yeah, go over there and let your head explode.
No,
don't forget the Japs.
I won't.
All right, you ready?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. For more information about the Russ Martin Show, to email us individually or anything else, go to russmartin.com to get answers to any questions you might ever have about the Russ Martin Show. It is russmartin.info. Is instant email during the show, studio@russmartin.com. Other show sites are johndavidryan.com, eddieboyd.com, danantasos.com, gaillightfoot.com. For law issues...
What does chlamydia look like?
I don't know why.
I think I got it.
No, you don't.
It's not visible.
Is it not?
No.
Oh, I don't have it.
You don't have that.
No.
For law issues, contact Everett Newton at DallasAttorney.com, or you can call him 214-823-LAWS. Workout equipment and training provided by LarryNorth.com. And let's see what else we got. That'll be all. Everything else is at Live1053.com.
All right. See you guys tomorrow.
Bye. See ya.